Beautiful.
Race to the stars and buy candy bars.
Wow. Classic.
I like that.
Arf, arf.
All right, I think we're live. That might be the first thing live.
Yes.
Hello, everyone. It's Dylan from Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything, and welcome back to another episode of Talking Yu-Gi-Oh! Into the VRAINS, where every Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, myself and a bunch of friends go over our thoughts on the most recent Yu-Gi-Oh! VRAINS episode, some Yu-Gi-Oh! News, and all that good stuff, and anything that you guys want to talk about. We have a very special podcast for you guys today,
Yes.
Post 107. I am joined by two people that you probably know very well, the two Nicks, Caliber and Nick T.
What's
How's
up?
it going?
DJ is in for Jordan.
How's everyone
yes.
going?
He has done this before, so DJ, no pressure, man. You'll do great. Jordan, once again, unable to come, so
She's working.
She is working.
Camp orientation.
camp orientation. You're on a Saturday afternoon.
I
Yeah,
have
well,
to
she's
make.
very upset, actually.
Yeah, I know, that sucks, man.
I have to make money. No, you don't.
And
Communism.
our very special guest, Eon Time Walker, Garrett Palmer.
Yes.
Garrett made the trek from New York. Thank you for coming on,
No
dude.
problem, dude. Thanks for having me.
No problem, man.
That's
I'm
a long trip, right? For like
2.5 hours.
Oh, really? Only two? Okay, you know what?
That's not bad.
For some reason in
Yeah.
my head, Poughkeepsie
it's
was
only
like
an
5.
Extra, it's an only extra half hour because there was an accident on the.
Oh, okay.
on
You know
Garden
what?
State.
Not the
And
worst.
beach
But still,
traffic.
thank you for
Yep.
still
Yeah.
2
But
hours.
still, 2.5 hours.
That's
That's like
significant.
First
Philly
time
and back.
driving on
Yeah,
the-
that's a trek.
Yeah.
first
Nah,
time
Philly-
driving
Philly's
on
like
the
Philly's like an
highway
hour and a
ever,
half.
so-
Really?
Yeah.
But
Yep.
still,
First time on the old Garden State. That's not a good.
Hey, at
That's
least
not
I
a
didn't
good.
get into an accident. My
That's
mom
all that-
was betting money on me getting into an
Oh
accident.
my God. Well, you know what?
Jersey drivers probably try to get you off the
They're-
road. It's
oh
like,
my God.
yeah.
They're horrible.
You're not going 80
but
miles an hour in the right lane.
Yeah, Massachusetts is like way worse though.
Is
yeah,
it really?
Yeah, go to
I've heard that
Boston.
too.
During rush hour, you're gonna want to shoot your brains out.
Jeez.
It was bad.
Yeah, well, I mean, Garden State, it sucks, but
You got
what are you
people
going to do?
screaming at you saying that you should get off the road, old grandma.
Wow, yep, that
That's
sounds
not-
familiar.
That sounds like Boston. Well, anyway, thank you guys for making us part of your Saturday afternoon. I do want to start by thanking all of the new patrons and super chatters, as I always do. And I want to say the last stream on Sunday night broke the record for the most amount of donations, the total amount of donations in terms of dollar amount, and the highest single donation. So thank
That
you
was
guys so
nuts.
much. I mean, I don't even
It
have...
was a wild night.
Yeah, I don't even have words to say it, but thank you to Matt Galaxia, Joseph Tedisco, Brian Ford, Ruda Chris, Jarek Bruel, Jason Bornott, Marco Crawford, Hocus Pocus, Living Like Allen, Matthew Kennedy, D. Momo, Odd Eyes Vaughn, Nicholas Horton, Goosey Q, Cal Rosie, Eon Time Walker, thank you, Garrett, Photon Salaz 04, Sakaki Chrono, Davis Enos, Michael Roel, The Firebee, Thrifty B, The Fireball, Thrifty B, Uzi X Crimson Avenger, Elizabeth W, Yosh Dope, Frost Reaper 23, Mesta Yoku, Ami, and Stardust Nobody, and a special thank you to Anonymous Anime Lover who ended up donating, I think, close to like 150 last stream.
Yeah,
so,
it was nuts.
my God, girl, thank you so much. I
Yeah, it
appreciate
seems
you.
like people really like the lore. Like,
Yeah.
that's what like
Yeah.
people live for
Oh,
it,
yeah.
and that's
Yeah.
why it was so
You should
successful.
Take that as like, hey, do more Dirty Dylan the boys.
Dude,
Yeah,
hey, well, you know, and I will
boy.
say this. I will make an announcement. Maybe this Tuesday night and Tuesday nights going forward at like 10 p.m. Eastern time, there is it's a work in progress right now for maybe a Yu-Gi-Oh! After Dark, where for an hour, hour and a half, us and the guys, we'll talk Yu-Gi-Oh! If you guys want, but
just
we'll just BS about life.
Yeah,
about
you'll
our
hear
stories.
our backstories.
Yeah,
a bit.
if you have any questions about different aspects
There
of
goes
life.
people liking me, right?
Yeah.
Oh God, this is where
Wait.
the true side. No, not saying the fake side of Dylan comes out, but he will take every opportunity to tear Caliber down.
I'm gonna be honest.
He's gonna be
Spend
honest.
an
I'm gonna
hour
be
talking about bagels, not bagels.
Exactly, Beggles.
Bagels.
Oh my. Here we
Anyway,
go. Here we
thank you
go.
guys from the bottom of my heart. You guys are amazing. So we're gonna have a lot to talk about. We're gonna kick things off actually with a well. Do you guys want to talk about the episode?
Why don't you start us off?
Thank you, Nick. He stole your thunder with that too.
You
by
don't
the
even
way.
look at me anymore.
There was a
man.
pause. That was like that was your opportunity.
That was your opportunity
Well,
to slide in.
he stopped mid-sentence. He's like, we're gonna start off with a wait, and then he stopped. So I got all rattled.
We are going to start with a conspiracy theory on this Monday afternoon, on this Saturday afternoon, yikes, or Sunday evening. But thank you for making us part of your, again,
I
day.
landed the moon.
And so, yeah, a bit of a conspiracy theory for you guys. I'm going to be doing a video on this going forward, probably on either Sunday or Monday. It probably will be on a Monday. I have a Dungeon Dice Monsters related video on Sunday.
That's what's up. I love it.
Yeah.
But the theory that I have for you guys, and there's not much basis yet. I'm trying to do some investigative work on it. The truth is, though, it's probably just going to be rumors. That's probably what it's going to be. But the theory that I want to talk about, it has to do with Specter. Obviously, a very quick death, an extremely underwhelming season 3 so far for him, where he's been in a good amount of scenes. It's not like his character has just kind of vanished. He's been in scenes, but he did not have a single line of dialogue, which is extremely strange, especially the one scene where Ryoken walked to Homura and Yusaku when they were at the hot dog truck very early on in season 3, and he kind of tormented them a little bit about the Ignis. That just seemed like a moment where Specter would get involved, right? Specter likes to play these mind games. He's a verbal assassin, as I like to call him.
Right.
And so for him to just kind of stand there and smile and not say anything was really bizarre,
It's suspicious.
So my theory is that I do believe something may have happened, not in like a tragic way, but something may have happened contractually or maybe availability-wise with his voice actor. A couple of people tweeted it to me. A few people wrote it in the comment section. David was one who wrote it. Junko Irishima, I might be butchering that last name, but Junko was another user. She might be in the chat right now that wrote it. And a lot of people did. There were about 10 or 11, and I thought about it more and more. Specter has not spoken now in about 5 months. The last episode he spoke was episode 87, when he lost to Lightning in a duel. So that was about half a year ago, and now he's dead.
Jeez.
So we don't know the next time he's going to be coming back into the show.
Right.
But it doesn't make sense for me to see a character like Specter show up in this season and not say anything. I mean, the one scene with the hot dog that I just mentioned, the hot dog truck, for him to be silent through that scene,
which is weird.
Strange.
Yeah, very weird.
For him to then not say anything to I when he was the lost incident victim and the partner of Earth, which right now that's a big motivation of I to defeat the people that took down Earth.
Right.
Remember, Specter showed emotion when Earth got killed off.
Right.
So there easily
It's
could
like the
have
one
been...
time he legitimately showed like emotion.
Yeah, there easily could have been dialogue between him and I. And who did they give the dialogue to instead? They gave it to Faust. Faust was the one who spoke after Gnome and Vira went down in 106.
Yeah.
So that was kind of strange.
Surroundingly like less important character.
Yeah, and a lot of people, I mean, I saw a few people that say, well, Specter wasn't really that important, but I kind of disagree with
I
that.
highly
He
disagree.
was the right-hand man.
He defeated Aoi's Aizen.
That was my
impressive
main
win.
point, yeah.
Yeah.
And the two duelists he lost to, Playmaker, undefeated, no shame in that, and Lightning, who was also undefeated.
Until Playmaker,
he never even lost. Well, no, Lightning never lost
Oh,
a duel.
that's right, yeah,
Lightning
you're
never
right.
lost a duel.
Lightning did
Lightning
never
and
lose a duel.
Playmaker are still undefeated.
Lightning lost.
So, well, you could say maybe he drew, but
Yeah,
he
he
didn't
drew.
lose. I mean, even if you want to make that argument. So the two duelists that Specter lost to
Right.
have never lost a duel.
Yeah.
So there's no shame in it.
Yeah.
He reversed an extra link on Lightning. And here's another very telling thing for me that kind of supports this theory. Lightning says right after he defeats Specter, right after Specter speaks for what might be the final time in a long time, even the weak have their uses.
Yes.
And for weeks and months, us and everyone in the community speculated, okay, Lightning's probably going to use this as leverage
Right.
when he
Yeah.
duels Revolver. Well, guess what? He did duel Revolver, but
But didn't use it as
Specter
leverage.
wasn't even mentioned.
No.
To me, I don't think that's a throwaway line. That's how the episode ended.
Right,
You
that was-
usually don't end episodes with powerful lines
And then not use
and then
yeah.
not go back to them. So I think there was some sort of change there, especially because then Jin seemed to replace what Specter would have done in that where Lightning released Jin.
Right.
And Shoichi at that point was gone. It would have invoked more emotion from the audience if Shoichi was still around when
Right.
Jin was
So
released.
it made no difference.
So it didn't really make too much sense
Yeah.
from that perspective. So I don't know. I think there's something weird going on with Specter's voice actor. I think there's maybe an issue with his availability or his...
Do we have any basis for like talking about his voice actor yet, or no?
We don't. His voice actor has tweeted a bit, but I mean nothing about VRAINS. There's probably a non-disclosure agreement.
Sure,
I doubt he
so,
can
like, either
say.
way, whether
but
he's-
to me, there's always been rumors about voice actors in Yu-Gi-Oh. Jim Crocodile Cook was very famous because he disappeared after season 3. All the transfer students showed back in season 4. He was not mentioned at all, and there were rumors that his voice actor left. But again, I will restate: these are all rumors. They're conspiracy theories. I don't think they're crack theories, especially with Specter, because it almost makes too much sense
Right.
for him to be in these scenes
And
but
not
not
say
have
anything.
any speaking roles and then get
Right.
killed off like that.
Right.
Because he's not a joke character. He's not a one-off character like maybe you could say the Knights are because they only dueled one time.
Right.
The
Yeah.
lieutenants.
Right.
So I don't know. I think there's something weird going on with Specter's voice actor. I'll get more into it, obviously, when I do my formal video on it on Monday, even though I'll pretty much say the same things I just said here. So you kind of get a taste, a 2-for-1 if you're listening here. But yeah, that's what I wanted to start with. That's kind of what I've been thinking of the last few 24 hours, the last few days. I'll keep doing work on it. I'll keep reaching out to people. But most likely with the anime industry, especially with Yu-Gi-Oh!, it's always going to just continue to be a rumor, and maybe there's no maybe it's not true, maybe this is how they wrote Specter, but there's just too many things that make me think something's going on, something a little bigger is going on with his voice actor. But anyway, conspiracy theory Saturday.
There were a couple people in the chat that said that he's been focusing more on other acting.
Oh, okay, in theater acting.
Yeah.
Because
So that
I
could
went
be-
to his Twitter page, and that's what it seemed like. Another thing with his voice actor is this is the only anime role that he has. And I believe he's in his 30s, and this is the only anime role he's ever done.
So he's more of a stage
he's more of
actor.
a stage actor, a live performer. So it could be that maybe there was a deal in his contract that he was only going to do a certain amount of episodes, or maybe he just didn't want to do it as much. And he said like, hey, I don't really want Specter to be that focal in season 3. I want to focus on more things in my
Right,
career.
sure.
And if the voice actor doesn't really want to do it or leaves,
There's
what are you
nothing
going to
you can
do?
do,
There's nothing
yeah.
you can do. So I'm telling you, I think there is a lot of basis here. That's
Absolutely.
something, and it sucks because Specter. I mean, that Specter Lightning duel I loved. He was such a fun character to watch,
probably my
man.
favorite duel.
That was honestly
It was
a
great.
top 3 duel of VRAINS
I
for me.
agree.
The extra links back and forth, the dialogue, it was incredible.
And his, like,
The
creepy
animation
character was great,
It was
too, just in
amazing.
general.
It was
Like,
amazing.
yeah.
So it is obviously, all the best to his voice actor if he is focusing
Yeah.
on other things. It's his choice completely. But it definitely is a shame that Specter's character seemingly is going to suffer because of it. But
Specter to me was always like the Dennis of VRAINS.
yeah,
hands
yeah,
down.
he was
Like,
great, man. I loved
whenever he's
watching
on,
him.
whenever he's doing, it's like you got my attention every time with
Must
Dennis too.
must
like,
watch episodes, dude.
Oh,
Must watch. But yeah, so let's go around the old table. A lot of people are saying that this season is flying by.
It
We've
is.
had
Yeah,
6
yeah.
deaths in 2 episodes.
Yep.
Yeah.
The 4 knights, including the 3 lieutenants,
Yep.
and then Emma and Blood Shepherd.
Right.
Yep. As
Can I
expected.
stop before we do that? 'Cause
Yes.
We've got a bunch of donations I've got to go through.
Okay. Yeah, actually, we'll do donations
sure?
first. Yeah.
I would say we can hold it off.
Actually, yeah, well, let's do roundtable, then we'll do donations, if you're
Sounds
cool
good.
with that. Yeah.
That's fine.
Cool. Thank you to everyone who's donating, by the way. Geez, I really appreciate it.
Unreal.
So, Garrett, want to start with your thoughts on VRAINS as a whole very quickly
time on the
Yeah.
on season 3 and what you thought of the pacing so far this season.
see, with VRAINS, I really like it because it's like 5Ds.
Cool.
And I really like the kind of more serious. Like Zexel Part 2 was definitely.
Yeah. Okay,
Now-
I think it reconnected.
Not on my screen yet, but it might be on
It's
yours.
not connected on mine.
Yours does say, "Oh, we're coming back.
Oh,
We're coming back.
I think we're back.
Oh shit, dude! I just got a DM. Look at that.
Are we coming
Dude,
back?
tap
Oh,
the
we're
button
back.
below.
We're back? Okay.
We're back.
Are we back?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
people are
back.
saying we're
Everyone's
back.
saying we're
Yep.
back.
Yep.
All right, sorry about that, guys. I don't know what happened. It was weird.
DJ
Coincidence.
stream.
I'm on the podcast and it goes down.
Might be why it is.
Blame
I didn't
DJ.
lose
Hashtag
any.
blame DJ.
I didn't lose any internet. I still had internet connection that whole time. That was
Yeah.
bizarre.
Yes. Yeah.
We didn't really get to, we stopped immediately. Thanks for letting us know when the chat went down.
Yeah.
Did the phone ring?
No, it didn't. That's what's,
No, yeah, no phone
that's
ringing.
what's weird. But anyway, Garrett, continue. So you're enjoying VRAINS.
I'm enjoying VRAINS. The new arc is definitely started really well, and then I'm definitely noticing like they're rushing it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it doesn't feel like how Arc 5 ended at all.
Mhm.
Thank goodness, but
But you know
either
what?
They're rushing it so they can do something later.
Mm-hmm.
Like I personally think there's going to be like an tournament arc where he's
Okay.
going to host a tournament and basically
cool.
have Soul Tech up for grabs.
That could be cool.
Mm.
Ooh.
That'd be
and
cool.
maybe bring back the other people as like
Is the oth-
puppets.
the oth- oh, okay. See, I
'Cause
was.
the-
Okay.
The effect of the losing a duel is so much different compared to every other duel we've had.
Yeah, they've just been kind of. It's just going along. Like they just kind of make
Well,
it up
some
as
people
they.
will just like turn to smoke, and the other ones will just sit there with smoke on them.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
So maybe there's gonna be some later. Maybe we'll get a Specter duel against Howie. I'm still hoping for that.
Yeah, me too. But I think
But
that's
not happening.
Yeah, I don't think it's happening.
No
Would've loved to
redemption.
see it.
Yeah.
No.
Definitely the half, like the end of the episode was fantastic.
Mhm.
The part with it, when it went to go in the hospital, like I started tearing up a little bit.
Yeah.
It was
that
beautiful.
heart wrenching.
Yeah,
like,
dude,
Yeah.
it was good.
I kind of want him to win, but I know he's not.
I know.
Yeah, that's it. It's like it's sad knowing like, oh, he's
And
redeemed
then
himself.
With Ghost
Yeah.
Girl and Blood Shepherd, she put a face down. Did she ever use that?
She did not. Gave me a good idea for a video.
Like-
A lot of people asked. She did not use that face
Big
down.
what ifs.
And I'm almost positive when YuGiOh and Rin dueled in Arc 5, YuGiOh had a face down that he didn't use either.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe. I got to
But at least
go back.
With that, there was more of a sentimental connection.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think Blood Shepherd and Emma know Robopi from the past.
No. Yeah.
Like,
They don't know. They
Plot
don't know him
twist,
as
they do.
the cleaning robot.
Theory. Emma created Robopi.
Yeah. I like that
As
theory.
a spy to spy on
Spy.
the
Yeah.
Playmaker.
Daddy Longlegs.
Daddy Long.
I like that
Wow,
theory.
I feel like we haven't heard the name.
Daddy
in a while.
Longlegs.
Daddy
dude.
Longlegs.
Now that was your online alias for a while as well in high school.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
That was your Facebook name for a while too.
yeah, Daddy Longlegs.
Yeah, but enjoying the episode,
Yeah,
enjoying this
it's
season so
definitely
far.
definitely kind of losing friction.
Yeah.
But I think when we get to hopefully the Akira and I duel, if we get that,
Mm-hmm.
oh,
When we get to
I
Playmaker,
I just
they'll-
want to see Akira duel again. I love it.
Yeah,
Yes.
dude. I hope he
one duel in
duels.
season
Our boy.
1 is still probably my favorite of the
Show?
Yeah,
It's one of my favorites too.
my top 5.
Yeah, great duel. So Cal, what did you think about the episode?
I like the episode a lot.
Okay.
I think the duel ended well with like I mean I saw it coming at least where Blood Shepherd was gonna like sacrifice himself first, even though it didn't mean anything. Like Ghost Girl still like disintegrated anyway, I guess as you could put it.
Yeah.
And then the momentum, I guess, with Go, it's like you can't not root for him in this. Like he's not gonna win.
So you're rooting for Go.
Yes.
I mean, I am too. Yeah.
Like you can't not root. Like he's like
Is he your
every time
pick?
I get knocked down, I stand back up.
Mm-hmm.
He's like every time he's like you can't keep me down. Like I get up. The kids were
So he's
waiting for me. in the
Chumbawamba?
I was gonna say that.
Literally. Like, and the kids are waiting for him in the hospital after, like, he basically abandoned all of them and, like, went completely insane. And it's just, like, it's a touching story. Like you said, like, it's, you just
took
look
me
at
off
him
guard, dude.
and you see, you're like, Go's not going to win this. But then at the same time, you're like, come on, pull it out of your hat. Like,
No.
find something and just get it done. But overall, it was a good episode.
Cool.
I think you should go with your heart and pick Go as the winner of the duel.
We all picked I. By the way, the record's now me, Cal are 8-2, you and Pete are 7-3. It's because Pete got this wrong. Pete
got this wrong,
Pete
yeah.
picked Robopi.
Yep.
We all picked I though. So
There we go.
No, Pete didn't pick Robopi.
You picked Blood Shepherd.
you picked Blood
Yes, I
Shepherd and
mean,
Ghost
yeah,
Girl. I
yeah,
apologize.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Specifically said Blood Shepherd's gonna die. Emma's gonna win.
Yeah. Well, they shared
Yeah,
life
kind
points.
of.
When they
I
shared life point pool, I knew it was
The thing
over.
is with that,
Yeah.
they didn't even establish that they were sharing it.
No, they didn't. They
It
didn't.
wasn't real.
They usually establish those tag duel things at the beginning.
They just showed it on screen at
what
one
confused
point.
me was that at the beginning of the duel, there was two separate, like, 4,000s. I was like, oh, they're like, they each have their own individual
Yeah.
round
Yeah.
points. But I didn't realize that meant they were just both at 4,000.
In
but
this-
usually, it was weird the way they
but
did
it, you know,
When they did the second episode of the duel, like in this most recent one, they did end up showing like a split screen of the two of them and then like just one life point
Right.
apart.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it
yeah.
And
made
that
sense
was
in
when
this
I
episode.
realized,
Unless
yeah.
like
but-
Robopi's
So it took a while.
monster when she destroyed Brain Get. What's the Scythe guy?
Oh yeah,
Scythe
that
guy,
melon
Scythe guy.
guy. or
Yeah,
something.
Scythe guy.
Yeah, Scythe guy.
It said opponents probably.
Yeah.
So it would hit both of them basically.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
I loved the episode. I thought it was really great. I know we've been sort of not harsh, but like negative about Robopi. You know, like I don't think you love Robopi right now, but this episode sort of humanized them for me a bit because one, they dueled well. Two, legitimately were like excited about the progress they were making and the how well they were dueling. I thought that was actually really likable. And then one really interesting thing about it was their response at the end of the duel with the sentimental moment between Emma and what's her brother's actual name?
Dojin.
Dojin.
Steve.
Steve. And it's like it made them feel things, and I thought that was really interesting. And I'm interested to see how that'll translate when Robopi decides to tell those feelings, because
Yeah.
I feel like it's not going to be the reaction they're expecting. I think it's going to be a negative reaction. I don't think we'll not be happy that Robopi's feeling things other than what he's told them to
Yeah.
feel.
Yeah, probably.
So I think that'll be really interesting to see where it goes from there. Other than that, I enjoyed the way the duel concluded. Seeing I actually finish his like whole Link summon chant really cool.
Yeah.
It was so sick. So it was just like it was visually I thought a good episode. Like I thought there was some cool dialogue there. And then I mean Pandora's we get to see Pandora work a little bit, like Pandora offering advice. Still gives me the creeps. I think Pandora is definitely going to turn.
Well, in the preview, we see Pandora
With
and
eye.
with
yeah,
eye speaking.
like, yeah, eye-sized
Yeah,
Pandora, which
so
is
that
weird.
that's not a good
Not a good sign.
No, I mean,
As manipulative as we know the new eye can be.
He doesn't look that like thrilled though.
he doesn't look thrilled.
Thrilled.
No, but
So it's
I don't
interesting.
know.
I'm
I
looking
don't know.
forward to it. As far as the way the season's shaped up, it's been going fast. I wouldn't say rushed. I feel like they're sort of trying to develop it to a certain point. Like we
That's
briefly
exactly how I
discussed
feel.
it.
That's why I
think we're
wouldn't-
trying to get eye to the top and
Yeah.
then work from there.
yeah,
So
that's why
think
I think rushed.
is
if,
a
yeah,
tough
if
word.
the show had 5 episodes left, then it's like, all right, yeah, we are rushing through. But like,
we have a lot left.
it seems
as far
like
as
they
I know.
are trying to get to the core, which kind of does suck for people that like Ghost Girl and Blood
right.
Shepherd and
right.
and
It's like to
Specter,
see them
even
die
though-
so quickly kind of sucks.
Yeah,
but to see I get to the top of Soul as we expect him to, and then see what the repercussions of that will be is
Well,
going to be really interesting for the rest of the season.
Yeah, I think he's getting to the top of Soul. I think he might revive the other Ignis, honestly, with Soul Test.
I'm leaning towards
And
it. I don't want
then-
to say without a doubt.
and then
but
you take the next, 30 episodes.
because then he has his team, and then it just
Exactly.
makes
then
the
it's
most
more
sense.
balanced. Yeah. So they are speeding along. They are
Sure.
thinning the cast, as this episode is
Yes,
titled.
for a reason.
But I think there's a reason to it. I don't think it's because there's a time restriction issue.
No,
If
I
there's
don't
a
think it's
time
anything to
restriction issue.
Yeah,
Then
production
you say
or time.
it's rushed.
Yeah. No,
But I don't think I think they're doing it because they want to get to the eye
To the
versus
meat and
playmaker,
potatoes
to
of
the,
the-
yeah, to
yeah.
the really like substance of what's gonna come to end the show.
Yes.
Now you say that they would have a more even playing field, right? If he gets the other Ignis, but wouldn't everybody else have to be defeated in order for that to happen?
Well, that's true. And the other thing, you make a good point. The other thing is I still am of the belief that Soulburner, even though I know a lot of people don't
turn.
agree with me, he's dueling Revolver at some point.
We know that.
Revolver's stance is not going to change.
No,
it's not
he's not
like
joining
Revolver is joining Eye. So Revolver is going after the Ignis. What other reason is Soulburner going to duel Revolver for?
no other.
Unless he's protecting the Ignis or protecting the chance of Flame being revived.
That's exactly it. I still.
That's why, I
yeah.
really do believe that he is going to turn at some. I know a lot of people disagree with
unless
me.
they somehow conclude the way this arc is shaping up and pivot. That's the only other explanation.
Yeah.
Or
feel
maybe
more like-
they're setting up Soulburner and Revolver to tag duel against Robopi next.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen.
Yeah,
those
Robopi
two- those-
sweeps the floor
those two
again.
They'll
tag
be fighting
dueling.
each other the whole
Bobby
time.
throws her like laundry boomerang at him.
Dude, yeah, that
To me,
long,
it sounds like they're
Go
setting up
on.
a Survivor Series elimination match.
that's exactly what they're doing.
That is what we need. Well,
Every 2 minutes, a new opponent. Oh wait, that's Elimination
yeah,
Chamber.
That's it. That's the elimination chamber. God,
Well-
did you even watch WWE?
No. Yes.
well, there's definitely a lot to discuss. And again, thank you to everyone who's commenting. I always do go back and read your comments post. We are gonna get to some donations.
Let's-
Then we are going
get
to talk about Go versus I very briefly because I don't think there's much to talk about. I mean, we know how the result's going to end. I do want to show the poll that people voted on
I wanna
in my
see it.
review
I would like to see
because the results are very lopsided, and we'll
Wait,
discuss
really?
those.
Whoa.
Yeah, surprisingly. And then we were going to play a game called Overreaction or Not an Overreaction. We played it with Jarek and Legendary a few
Yes.
weeks ago. Going to play it again where I say a statement that's a little crazy.
And we
You
say
three have to tell
overreacting.
me if I'm overreacting or not.
Red
And
chopped liver.
you can play too, but you guys in the chat can play as well. Well, you have an important role because you have to
Okay.
let us know if
What
the
the
chat
chat's
is
doing.
saying overreaction or not
You're
an
the most
overreaction.
important thing.
So I love this game
That's what Mom always told me.
because
Aw, DJ.
because the chat gets to play as
Mine
well.
didn't.
So yeah,
Wow.
let's get to some donations. Thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate it.
All right, so we have Rexkentrix
Thank you,
Yeah.
Rex.
with 4,000 COP.
Colombian.
Is that Colombian?
Yep.
Okay. Hayami is taking good care of Akira's body.
Oh my gosh. Wait, so
Yeah.
wait, you know
Winky
that
face.
that brings up a good point
That
that,
is amazing.
we clearly Hayami clearly loves Akira, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
But we never put in perspective that what's going on when Akira's in the VRAINS. Like his body's just there. She's
Come
I
on, don't
know.
imply things like that.
You never know.
She's his
Come
bodyguard
on.
at this point.
Yeah.
She's got to make sure people think he's like, he's not.
I think she
away.
protects his unconscious body with dignity.
Sure.
She
And-
protect and she attack.
Yeah.
She protects, she attacks.
Thank
But
you,
most
Rex.
of all, she a
for the
snap.
donation and that amazing mental
Yeah.
image.
Nah, that's Emma, dude.
Yeah.
So Nick Horton with $2
Thank you,
says
Nick.
no justice for Specter.
Yeah,
No?
well,
Yeah.
It's weird.
had to touch on that right off the bat.
To touch on that briefly, like in the corner of my eye, I saw a red eye come in with he hasn't been speaking because he's a keyboard warrior, and I love that.
That's amazing.
That's funny.
Red Eye always clutch with that.
Oh, jeez. Thank you, Nicholas. I appreciate it, dude.
I just burned down his trees.
So we have Justin, $5 from Naoki is soul confirmed.
Yes.
At
Beautiful
Big
name.
Dylan Crew, crack theory. The three kings are divine Ignis. They want physical bodies to dominate the human world. Equals Soltis. Also explains rushed season.
So, yeah,
Whoa.
that's definitely a crack theory. Naoki is soul confirmed. Thank you for the donation, dude. You're great.
I also they said like
if-
wait, what was it? Big Dylan.
If it was
Yeah,
Big
Big
Dylan
Dylan
Crew. I love
if
that.
it was one king, then I'd
Maybe.
say there's more leverage to that. I don't see three
3 divine Ignis.
divine.
Re-
yeah.
There were 3 Egyptian gods.
Well, that's why, and the colors of those chess pieces were
same.
red, blue, and yellow, like
primary
the 3
colors.
gods. So I
Was
think
it ever
you might not be able to
touched on
tell,
when
but-
Kogami when it
What's
got
that supposed to
his,
mean?
You're colorblind.
Come on, I knew
when
Obelisk was
Lightning
red.
was telling Revolver like your father was a lost innocent victim or something when he was wearing the headset.
Oh.
Or was that just him getting the virus? Because
I think that was
theoretic-
him getting infected.
I mean, theoretically, they could have copied his consciousness.
oh, so you think Kogami could be alive too?
Yeah,
That's a
he's-
crack. I
They,
like that theory.
Soltech maybe after the whole losses incident, they're like, we're gonna use his because he's the brains of it. We're
Yeah.
just put him into 3.
Yeah, that's true.
Or
There's-
even like he's probably. Have you seen the movie with Johnny Depp when he gets like cancer in the neck?
Pirates of the Caribbean.
No.
It's
It's
That's what I was. That's
it
what
starts with an A, right? It's like yeah. They
Annihilation.
upload
Annihilation.
no, it's not
Arrival.
annihilation.
Wait, Arrival.
No,
no.
they upload his consciousness.
Annihilation.
Yeah,
is
and
a
then he
good-
like
iRobot.
he hacks the system so he gains free will, basically, kind of.
Yeah.
Because they put restrictions on him.
So,
So-
it could be a similar scenario,
That-
and actually that'd be
yeah.
really interesting.
Is it a like
I
fusion?
love any sort of crack theory that involves like these any like ethereal beings or like consciousness. And
Yeah.
I'm about it.
Watch Zexel.
Let's get it.
I definitely watch that. So I think those kings would not have been introduced if they
They have to
then-
serve a purpose.
Especially early.
Well, then
on,
again,
like,
Bishop, Rook, Knight, but those were so early, and then the director.
was
we know
also
the
before the
production. There were
directorship.
production
yeah,
issues.
yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. I like that theory though a lot, Naoki. Thank you for the donation.
I'm
Very
saying
nice.
Jesus is gonna come out of nowhere and he's
Je-
gonna he's gonna do
He's gonna walk again.
So we had $5 from Yu-Gi-Oh! Views sold snack.
Oh, I think that is a
I saw
new donator. So thank you.
In
Solid
parentheses,
snack?
Sora
Oh,
here.
solid snack. Oh. But
I don't
Yu-Gi-Oh
know.
views.
Yu-Gi-Oh views.
I don't know.
interesting. But yeah, it's solid snack.
Solid snack. I know Sora.
So Sora here, excited for the pod, and Dill, we got to talk about Code Geese.
Gias.
Gias R2. Really wish I would beat Playmaker, Soulburner, and Revolver to show how strong he is.
I would love that
would
too.
love
Yes.
But I mean, if he beats all 3,
Then it's over.
That's game.
Yeah.
So I think he's gonna
He's
win.
set,
I think
yeah.
he's gonna beat
Playmaker.
Playmaker. I don't know about Revolver and Soulburn. I don't think he'll duel them. Honestly, I think that's when Soulburn and Revolver are gonna duel, when he's dueling Playmaker to get Revolver to stall. I just feel like it makes too much sense. But anyway, back to Code Geese. Yeah, we do need to.
That's
we do
cruel.
need to talk Code Geass R2.
I really want to talk about it.
have you seen it?
I've seen it. I was on
Amazing show,
donate
dude.
about the Zero Requiem.
That's right.
That's
you-
right, yeah.
Zero
I
Requiem.
really like. I have a crack theory on that, but I don't want to spoil that show. It's
No,
so-
no.
spoil it. I still need
We'll
to
talk
watch
about it
it.
in private,
Oh,
dude. What a
dude.
show, though, dude. I mean,
number 3.
what's 2 and 1 for you?
Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Okay.
And
Great show.
Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm watching Hunter x Hunter right
Hunter x
now.
Hunter is
It's so
fantastic.
good.
Yeah.
Dude, it's so good.
Are you at the Chimera Ants?
No, I'm still.
I had told you
in
about
the-
that arc.
that-
I know about that
I'm
arc. I never
still
saw
in
the show.
Heaven's Arena.
That's still
Yeah,
good.
it's so good.
And then the next arc is just phenomenal.
Yeah,
yeah. I'm so excited, dude.
I
Lot
can
of-
talk about that shit.
a lot of good
Even
shows,
as like
man.
since I'm a writer, I use so many like analysis. Write
Yeah.
analysis on characters.
Dude, you should make your own channel.
That's a good.
I
That'd
have
be
a
good
channel,
content.
It's all shitty AMVs. That I
Oh,
play.
AMV.
Yo,
oh,
dude,
AMVs
bring
are
it
good,
back
though.
to
AM
2007.
Have a Yusei run of
AMVs.
Revolver versus Yusaka in the first season.
That's
That's
dope.
amazing.
I spent like an hour on it, and I was like, oh, it's still pretty good for an
Dude,
hour of work.
that's great. You say runs are great.
I've been
theme.
meaning to make videos. I'm just
Dude,
It's
character
hard- it's hard
analysis
getting-
videos for any show would be a really good content idea.
it's-
Actually,
right now it's kind of booming. There's like a few YouTubers who do it.
you got this. Hop in that niche.
It's
Hop in.
they already covered everything.
Yeah,
else
it's
that
hard to
makes
enter
it.
that mark,
I would
especially
have
the.
to do character analysis on Yu-Gi-Oh, and that's not really.
Yeah, it's
that's
tough.
a little hard.
Yeah,
not
it's
a lot
hard.
of
Nothing that deep.
a lot of 2D characters, not a lot of 3D characters.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you though, Sora. We definitely will talk R2 soon.
So we had €10 from Umar Hake.
Thank you so
That's
much,
not
Umar.
a familiar name for
No,
me,
it is
that?
not. Thank you so much,
Very
dude.
cool.
So
guy.
he or she says, you think that this will be a short series due to the speed of how the Knights of Hanoi bar Revolver are KO'd without dual action. Also, Queen barely had dual time too. It's Dre Zero, by the way, on your Twitter. Smiley face.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yep,
Oh,
yep.
cool.
I know the name. That's awesome. Thank you so much for donating.
I don't think it's going to be a short season. Is it okay if I address it? I'm
Yeah, of
sorry.
course, of course.
Nick,
I
you
don't.
take it over.
Yeah,
No, that's fine.
yeah. I don't think
It's Nick T from
it's going to
Yu-Gi-Oh!
be a short
Everything.
season for that reason. I mean, it could point towards it, but I feel like we would have heard more if it was going to be shorter. I just think they're just speeding through part of the series to get to something
Bigger.
bigger.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I
Real
think.
It's almost like a mini arc into the final arc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's kinda
it's
how
going
I-
to be
that's
huge.
kinda how I'm feeling
It
of
could
it.
lead into a tournament, like
Yeah.
Garrett
That's
said,
kinda
which would be
how
cool.
They, went to find the divine numbers and Zexal. and
Yeah,
they went
exactly.
Right to the
That was-
Baryon onslaught.
And the Barrett Onslaught was amazing. Same
Fantastic.
writer too, Yoshida. He has a pattern of how he writes his
Yeah.
shows.
I'd
I
like-
think it's all going to come together really well.
I do too.
Yeah.
See, with me and VRAINS, like I feel it could go on for a lot longer. Just
Me
focus
too.
on a new character.
Exactly. Easily.
Because you set up this VRAINS idea. and
Yeah.
it has so much potential.
Yeah, virtual
You
reality.
could easily just do another show, not having maybe have a character from VRAINS show up every once in a while.
Yeah. Well, that's the
read
one.
that
That's the
comment
one
before
thing
you
I'd want the
finish.
most from Yu-Gi-Oh! 7. I've said it a lot. Just expanding an already established universe, whether it's VRAINS, whether it's Zexal, whether it's the original 3.
Yeah.
Something like that. I would love it. Virtual reality gives you a lot of chances, opportunities. What's up?
So Shadow Realm just gave out a great anime recommendation.
All right.
It's called That's So Raven.
That's So Raven
Yeah.
is also a great anime.
Dude, when Raven got Gias, like see into the future.
Yeah, dude, that's so Raven.
Plot twist. It's
Raven
actually
Simone.
in the Code
I'll-
Geass universe.
I'm gonna check that out. I just wrote it down. Thank you.
I guarantee. Did you actually write it down?
Yeah, that's so Raven.
yeah.
He did, yeah.
Yeah.
It was in there with
His
like
nose
hot
it.
dogs sideways or whatever he wrote the one time he was here.
I write a lot of
Petey-weedy.
weird stuff on these notes.
Petey Weedy.
This is- thank you for the recommendation and thank you for the donation. Umar, yeah, I don't think it'll be. I think it's leading to something bigger.
Yeah, me too.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
So we have $2 from JP Krotzi.
yep,
Just saying Zexal ended on a cliffhanger.
it did.
It
And
did.
I would say that Zexal was the only one that ended on a major cliffhanger.
They could
Would you-
easily kind of expand that. if they
definitely.
really-
That's the easiest
I
one.
just always felt that Zexal kind of led into Arc 5. Personal bias.
yeah,
but
yeah.
The darkness at the end of Zexal was dark.
Oh man, that's an
That's
interesting
crack
one.
Theory.
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
you
that
want
is-
a timeline video. I've been
You're
writing
giving
it for a
Dylan
while.
content.
Yeah.
I've been writing the video you've been trying to make. for
I know.
a while. I
I've been
just don't
fa-
want to post it.
Yeah, you should post it. You
Nah,
should post
I don't
it.
want to record it.
Yeah.
I'm just lazy. I'm like,
Just give Dylan all your.
I'm doing
ideas.
so much raids in Destiny every week.
I feel you, dude. You gotta do those Destiny raids.
Yeah.
I
Still haven't got 1K.
Aw.
I really hope my buddies are watching.
Shout out.
Yeah, shout out. Yeah, Zexal left on the cliffhanger. The 5D's cliffhanger was just you say what happened to his future, but that's a very
I really
minor
like that.
cliffhanger. I liked
Yeah.
it too. Zexal was the big one because there was obviously a conflict in
I mean,
Astro World.
GX kind of did.
Yeah, but it was more like
He just ends up in the desert.
yeah, and then he ends up in Paris. if
He
you-
ends up in Venice.
yeah, Venice, right? Yeah. So, yeah.
Very different places.
But thank you for the donation. Are they different? Yeah.
Yes.
I'm kidding. I know
Bro.
they're different. Italy
Yeah.
and England.
You beat me to the joke. I was going to say two completely different countries.
I know.
Bagels and bagels.
So
Bagel.
we had $1.99 from Joseph Tudisco.
Joseph.
Do you think we're going to get Specter's real name?
Ooh.
It's
probably
Steve.
not. It's
Yeah,
Steve.
it's Steve. Thank you, Joseph. I don't think so.
You know what? I guess going off of that, like saying like, are we gonna get Specter's real name? Don't you feel like we've kind of been like it's kind of been a letdown that of the people being lost incident victims? Like they don't ever really bring anything to that anymore.
The lost incident victims,
We're
you could
past that.
argue, were very underwhelming.
It was
Oh,
like
yeah.
the whole idea of like there was no bond between anyone except for who was it? I guess you could say
Playmaker
Yusaku
and Soulburner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. Like
No, you make a great point.
Miyu
Yeah.
is non-existent.
Yeah.
She could be dead.
Specter got kicked off the show without dueling. Like it's just to me, it's I don't know. It's
And
a very,
Jin's a shell.
I
Jin
mean,
and the other guy's dead.
Yeah.
based on what Kusanagi said in the beginning of the season,
He's doing better.
Jin's doing better.
He's doing better.
Maybe
yeah.
he's going to come in with Mew and save Playmaker from us.
See, that would be
think,
great. I will say this. That's why that would be an amazing twist because you say if all the Ignis get revived, you're like,
say?
well, all of a sudden now it's a 7-on-3 with
yeah.
Soulburner, Playmaker, and okay, Blue
Mew
Maiden,
and
but then you get Mew and Jin around, and all of a sudden now it's an even playing field.
I like
so
the
that
sound
could be
of
a
that.
great twist. But if that doesn't happen, Mew, Jin, really the Lost Incident victims, bar Playmaker and Soulburner, and extremely underwhelming. I mean, I would still say Specter because of what's happened in the last underwhelming.
I would consider him underwhelming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're never going to get Wendy's partner.
No, and even in the space between, although Wendy's partner would even the field at 7-on-7, and then you could have like a Signer, Dark Signer arc
my
at the end
God,
the show.
dude.
That'd be
And
nuts.
I'm pretty sure. I saw-
That's why I think they're really speeding it up to get to that.
Yeah.
And then you
Uploaded
have the
his
human
consciousness
Ignis
into
versus the Lost Incident victims.
That would be perfect. And
That
I
would
think I
be
saw
amazing.
someone donate about this, so that might be why it sparked into my head. And I
Yeah.
apologize for stealing someone's thunder, but like that just sparked in my head with that comment. But that would be awesome if it was like the Ignis versus the Lost Incident victims.
Yeah.
And you don't maybe they do like tag duel, maybe like Miyu and Aoi like kind of
Yeah,
duel
yeah.
together.
Right, because now Aoi's eyes, and even though she's not a Lost Incident victim, and neither is
Has a
Revolver,
connection.
they have strong connections to
Yes,
the Ignis.
exactly.
So,
I mean,
I just want to see Lightning Duel again.
yeah, Lightning Duel in human form. Oh, honestly, all 5 Ignis in human form, if they look half as
Lightning
good
would
as
be
Eye, they would look
sick.
beautifully designed.
Lightning.
Yeah.
They'd
I
be
know Lightning's gonna
beautifully
be sick.
designed.
no, Lightning would just be Jin.
They're gonna make Lightning like a
My
cat
only
or
issue
something.
is like,
Yeah.
why would
Are
they
you
bring
sure? Lightning
back?
just shut down the stream earlier. So
Yeah, he's pretty powerful.
Yeah,
True.
yeah.
Bring him back.
Yeah,
Never
you're
mind.
right. Well-
you're right.
Yeah.
I would bring him back because Eye has said now he's carrying out Lightning's wishes.
Yeah, he did
I
say
just
that.
feel like
Weird.
he's doing it to egg on Revolver.
Maybe
He
yeah,
might
well, that's
be.
the other thing. He
That's
could
the
just
thing,
be
like-
yeah.
Yeah, just like he said
they were the
that.
face.
Like
I don't know. I'm of the belief that he's genuine with it. Some people think he's bluffing. I think he's genuine.
I feel like
I don't know. It's hard to say because like the whole like this is what Lightning would have wanted. And it's like maybe, but it's a shame we'll never know. Like that
mean-
was messed up for I to say. That was like his friend he's talking about.
Yeah, that's true.
So like,
Yeah, and I guess he just kind of turns a blind eye that all this is Lightning's fault. Not even the meme. This is all because of
It's
Lightning.
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't think Lightning's getting revived. I feel like I was just bluffing. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe they put him into like a shell that's like not at all like becoming a like something like super lame.
Or
They put him
restrict
like
his
the
free will.
frog. Like
yeah, put him in the frog and pigeon. Where
That'd be amazing. Yeah, where are the frog and pigeon?
They died,
I'm
didn't
telling you though, that's why I
They
think
got fired.
they're
Yeah.
rushing through this. I think they're really going to bring back
Yeah.
some of the Ignis, if not all of them, and then you can get Miyu and Jin involved. But like, let's say Miyu and Jin don't get involved again. They didn't even show us Miyu and Aoi's reunion scene. They didn't even show
I
us Jin
hate
and
that.
Shoichi's
I
like.
did not like that.
I didn't
yeah.
like. I don't think anyone liked that. Like, how are you not showing us that scene?
that's an important scene.
So I
They're
just
missing on a lot of plot points.
yeah.
They're going right into the duel, and they're missing out on these plot points that we've been talking about for the entire show.
You could have had Go when he woke up in that hospital bed. You could have actually shown that to us in real time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where the kids are there. He
It would
could
have
talk.
taken a minute and a half.
He could talk to his manager.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, we get more
You could have
connected
done
to
the
Go.
hospital scene of Go, and then hopped right into Miyu being visited by Aoi,
Mm-hmm.
and had those 2 scenes in 3 minutes, and boom.
Or and show an actual scene of Emma and Dojin visiting Dojin's mother in the hospital,
That's
like
what
in the ending.
yeah, in the ending.
You could have had a scene like that, and those scenes take maybe 4 minutes in
Yeah.
total.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's just like those little things that VRAINS has kind of missed.
They're like little puzzle pieces. You put it together,
Yeah.
you have the whole episode.
And it
but
makes
they
it more.
just-
And then when these characters die and lose, it
It
makes
means
it more
more.
impactful.
Yep.
It gives you a background to root for.
Yeah, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. So they have kind of missed on some of those. Yeah.
You never even showed up in the opening or the ending.
No, Miyu's not in the opening
She's
or ending.
None either.
And-
Jin is, but like
Yeah, but Jin was briefly an ending.
he's in the new ending. I know that
Yeah,
for like a second.
yeah,
I
and
really
but he's
just-
not in the
Beautiful woman.
opening.
I don't
Miyu's
feel-
just a lost cause, I think, and it's unfortunate.
Miyu, yeah, I agree. I
Lost
agree.
cause, lost incident victim.
Anyway, we'll go back to the donations.
So Kazato Fujiki
Nice.
donated $3.99.
Thank you, Fujiki.
So Dylan, are we back to convoluted theories?
All right, come
Yes,
on. That one
yes.
wasn't that convoluted.
Well, no, I mean, I think there's a degree of convolution in any theory. I think there's
Sure.
convolution,
Okay.
but that's the fun part about theories.
But I don't think like you muddled it up. Like there's no really extra like details that
right,
aren't necessary.
the
there.
theory is not that Maximilian Pegasus is in charge of Soul Tech.
Right.
And
No,
he's
that's Kaiba.
right, or the three
The theory is
kings
just
of Pegasus.
that like the voice actors having less
and I feel
involvement.
like there is a decent amount of
evidence.
evidence
Or like signs. at least.
implications that point you in that direction.
Yes.
Kaiba's the professor.
Yeah, yeah, right. Oh God,
So yeah, but no, I get maybe Dylan's back on his BS.
that's fine. I'm okay with that.
We're buffering again. We're getting Fs in the chat.
Oh God.
So I guess it's not the desktop.
It's a buffering. Uh-oh. Not again. Lagging. Crap. Rip. $100 dono.
F.
Yeah.
F. Rip.
$100 dono.
He dead.
Jeez.
Lag. What is happening? Wow.
Gotta get- oh,
Jesus.
Oh. There's the
Yo.
dono.
Holy donation. I'm just reading every chat that comes through.
Wait, guys, are we back? Can someone confirm?
Yeah. Can you guys hear me? Like, am I just reading everything you say?
Someone confirm. Are we back?
I'm just
Blame
seeing
lightning.
lag. Yeah. Blame lightning. Dylan is gonna buy a car at this point.
No, you should
Are
buy a
we? Are we?
table.
The $100 donation is not actually real, is it?
No,
Oh,
it
yeah,
was.
is. $99.99.
Wait, we're alive?
Are
We're
you
back.
serious?
We're back.
We're back. We are
Yeah.
live. So let's
Woo,
pull it together.
Are you
What
guys? Are you
up?
guys?
Yeah,
No,
we're
no.
Swear to God.
We're not kidding.
You're an asshole, by the
No.
way.
How?
Because you're reading all these things like, oh,
I'm just
lag,
reading it as-
lag, $100 donation, lag. And I'm like, all right, well, that's not real.
Yeah, that's
Well, it happens all the time, Dill.
I played it. I played it
Holy
off really
shit,
well.
man. But
Whoa.
someone actually did.
yes.
Yeah.
So it was
Holy.
it was Josh Rivers, $99.99. Thanks for your content. I always loved Yu-Gi-Oh when I was a kid, but couldn't really enjoy it because I didn't know English. And in Puerto Rico, all cards and shows are in English. Now I'm trying to relive that with the shows. Some cards in your channel. It means a lot to me.
Wow.
Damn, thank you.
That's a cool story.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's
That is
amazing.
that is
Fantastic.
awesome.
Yeah. I mean, whenever someone donates like anything, or really, especially an
Yeah.
amount like that, I never know
Yeah.
what to say.
Right, yeah.
Joss, thank you so much. Joss has the revolver icon,
Does
right?
he?
That's his profile picture.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I know the account. Thank you so much, dude.
I'm glad you get to relive, this knowing English now. That's really cool.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Hey, the language barrier is always a pain in the ass, and I do
absolutely.
I always feel bad because, like, obviously English. I mean, English is the only language I know. It's our first language.
Right.
Yeah,
But like,
yeah.
if you do live in or you come to America from a different country, you don't have that luxury of knowing English very well, like
Right.
very easily.
Right.
Absolutely.
Because it's not
so
your native
media
language.
and content is very difficult
Yeah, and it's
to consume.
and everything is in English. Everything just is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So at least over here and in Puerto Rico because it is a U.S. territory.
Right.
Yeah.
So Joss, thank you so much, dude. I mean, really, we're getting a new table. I honestly think
We're going to IKEA.
Everyone.
Going to IKEA.
I
This
would,
week.
what I would love
Let's
to
do
do is when I get a new table, I would love to under the table in Sharpie write the names of every single person who's ever donated.
Dude, no, it'll fill up in.
Well, no, an 8-foot table. I think you could definitely.
Well, if you
Well, it
do
depends on how
small-
big he writes.
And
Depends
how
on-
many?
Yeah.
If you duplicate the names or something.
Well, I wouldn't
Have,
duplicate
like
the
80
names.
odd-eyes
It'd be,
bonds.
but then like
Shout
I'd
out to
flip
you,
the
man.
table. I'd take a. I think that'd be really
That'd
cool.
be really cool, actually.
But Josh, seriously, thank you so much, man. You're an amazing human being, and I hope life brings you everything. I'm sure it will bring you everything that you want. Thank you so
Wow.
much,
Oh,
dude.
man.
Very hard.
Now,
He's never said anything that nice to me.
Going off a really nice comment like that, someone said I should do ASMR in the
Yeah,
chat.
do, you,
All right.
do your
So
your radio voice.
my jazz radio.
Are you
voice,
gonna
should I
talk
do
like
that?
this?
Well, let's say how
And
many.
you got to run your
How many more
fingernails over
donations do we
everything.
have?
How many donations do we have?
We have quite a few.
'Cause I wanna
probably
play
about 6 or
over-
7.
Okay, I'm gonna play overreaction, not an overreaction.
Overreaction.
Okay,
We'll
back
get
to the
them. So we'll
donos.
get
Yeah.
back to the donos.
is
Joss,
a new
again,
section.
you just made my whole day.
Overreaction and under.
Thank you so much. So for this game, I give a statement, and you guys in the chat and you three on the panel tell
Yes.
me whether you think
4.
I am overreacting or not overreacting. So the first statement that I'm giving, the first statement is when I look at opening 3, when I look at the visuals, more importantly, of opening 3, almost everything has already happened in opening 3. And so I believe that Calling by Kimeru will be the shortest in terms of episode duration opening in Yu-Gi-Oh! History. And we will get opening 4 in October, which is literally only 3 months away, 12 episodes from now.
Okay.
I just want to say hi to Pete.
Hey, Pete.
Pete says hi.
Hey,
in
Pete.
the-
Hello,
in the
Pete.
chat.
Hey,
So,
So let me know if you think that's an overreaction or not an overreaction. That we will get a new opening in October, and Calling will be the shortest opening we will ever have in Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh. I think it's not an overreaction. Right? Can I answer that?
So yeah, go.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's not an overreaction, but I do want to bring up a counterpoint that I was just thinking of since we briefly talked about not very briefly mentioned Hunter x Hunter, where the theme, the opening stayed the same like
through the entire show.
through the entire show, but about maybe episode 25, the visuals changed. Not all of them, but some of the visuals changed for the opening.
Can I counter
But
that?
Yu-Gi-Oh has never had a history, and you would know.
And yeah,
this,
so historically,
of
it's never done that.
massively changing the visuals.
But
Right.
they've already tweaked the visuals in this opening when they added Robopi's form with
that was the
Robopi.
ending. That was the
That was
ending.
the ending.
The ending,
That was
okay.
the ending.
They'll
I was
tweak,
gonna say,
they'll
'cause they
tweak endings
tweaked
and
it.
openings,
Yeah.
but they will never.
They will never massively change the
I
animation.
mean,
Right.
with Kamaru maybe because he's kind of staple to Yu-Gi-Oh.
Right. Yeah. So
I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind.
I
that
don't
at
think
all.
you're overreacting at all. I actually agree with you. I think that the only thing we haven't seen, which I don't even know if it's a scene we would see, is with Kusanagi driving the truck. I think
Well,
that's,
and Revolver Soul Burner
in the
dueling.
Yeah.
forest.
Yeah.
but like that's like one of the few that we haven't seen. It's like that really can't be a huge plot point.
where
Yeah.
did we say that truck thing was going to be? Him picking them up from a date?
Yeah.
Saga saying, "Yeah, I'm on it."
He has to go pick up Aoi and
Said
Yusaka
you had
from
to
a
be
date.
back by 9.
Yeah.
When you think about that context, he's so serious driving
Yeah.
on the highway.
He's driving the
amazing.
Soul Tech to go pick up Aoi and
Yeah,
Saku.
yeah, maybe. So, do you think I'm overreacting or no?
I think we overreact.
You think I am? Okay.
Ooh.
Well, that's fair. I
I
mean, it's a
feel
bold
like-
statement.
They really just. I feel like they could use new visuals. Honestly,
Mhm.
I feel like they easily could keep the song. I really like the song.
I love.
I
the
agree.
song.
And Kamaru's been kind of a staple in Yu-Gi-Oh for especially this show. Like he's been in this show more than any other show. I think he's only been in Overlap. And
Yeah,
the fact they're bringing him back is kind of
it's cool. It's only the
really
third time Yu-Gi-Oh's ever done that. They did it with Masaki Endo in 5Ds. They did it with Teardrop, right? Or Bowl. What was the 99%? Was Teardrop the band? No, Bowl was the band, right?
I think so.
Yeah, 99% was opening 2.
Not quite. Yeah.
Teardrop was opening 3. Bowl was the band. So they've done it before.
And especially if they want to keep the show going,
Mm-hmm.
because I still feel like they could easily keep the show going for another probably 100 episodes.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
And hands down.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah.
Especially with the realistic setting.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
So, what are people in the chat saying?
A lot of people are saying you are not overreacting.
Really? I thought it would be opposite. I thought most people would say I'm overreacting.
It was mixed.
Yeah,
but it was
I figured it would
mostly
be
not
healthily
not
mixed.
overreacting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, especially because just the precedent of how long these openings have
Right.
lasted.
I'm saying
No.
some people have been also like chiming in saying like, yeah, I'm expecting the visuals to change. I could see the visuals changing, so they could.
but they
leave
would
the
have to
song.
change a lot of visuals.
They would have to change a lot of visuals.
And Yu-Gi-Oh.
Well, some could stay. Like I mean, the ones like Yusaku looking down, I looking up.
True, that-
could
they-
stay the
that could
same.
stay.
Yeah,
There's some
absolutely.
generic ones that could stay the
I
same.
think the part where Robopi and all the duels
that could
fly
stay
in,
the same
definitely.
too.
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's really just like the
I
duel.
feel like they could even change it.
Well, actually, but they could
They
also
could
keep the
change it to
bench
where
scene.
The
Yeah.
bench scene, yeah.
Just because it's like happened doesn't mean it has to go
If the
away.
Ignis
Yeah.
has come back instead of everyone
Also-
flying in, it's just the Ignis popping up.
Mm-hmm.
I also think the second opening, a lot of that stuff happened like early on, but that
But a
opening
lot
lasted
of
for a
those
long
visuals
time.
though in the second opening, I felt were very generic.
They
Bowman
were.
and Haru training.
They were.
Yeah, it
Yusaku
could've
and
been hot-
Soulburner flying around. Blood Shepherd and Playmaker dueling.
Mhm.
I thought they
mean,
were
the same thing with the win then.
with the wind was generic too,
Because-
but these I felt were more like
Specific.
specific and direct correlation
It
with
was
the
like
episodes.
each episode you were grabbing a new scene out
Yeah,
of the opening.
Robopi attacking Ghost Girl and Blood Shepherd.
Yeah.
The bench scene, like these foreshadowed a lot more specific scenes and moments
Yeah.
than I think the two
We'll get
previous
the Aoi
openings
scene
did.
coming in a couple
The
episodes.
Zizen scene, yeah,
Yeah.
which I think they're going to be tag dueling against Robopi. I really do believe that.
Another Robopi takedown.
Well, hopefully, I think Aoi will survive, but
I always tries,
yeah, we'll see. Okay, so
Well,
the
Kira
next.
has to survive. He's the one that they're protecting.
The next yeah, that's true. The next overreaction, not an overreaction. Yu-Gi-Oh! VRAINS started a month later, a month after most of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Shows started. Usually they start in April. This one started in May. We got the announcement that Arc 5 was ending spring 2017, June 10th. So it's June 22nd today, right?
Correct.
So we're about 2 weeks. We still don't have an announcement. I was expecting one in early June, middle June, that VRAINS would be ending in spring of 2020, which would be March of 2020. I believe with how the show is playing out and that we have not had an announcement yet and that it started a little later, I believe that Yu-Gi-Oh! VRAINS will go into the fall of 2020 and will be very close to the amount of episodes Yu-Gi-Oh! GX had. Overreaction or not an overreaction?
Nope.
It's not. It's like it's almost. It's not an overreaction, but it's not like an underreaction either. Because I think if it started a month later, that announcement can just come a month later, and then them
Sure.
saying,
It could last a month later.
yeah, it could only last an extra 3 episodes.
4 maybe.
True.
You know what I mean? Like
I'm saying it's going to go into September.
no,
I
no,
know,
I
that's why
I
he's
I
saying
know
it's
that's why
not
I'm
exactly
saying
an
it's like
underreaction.
it's not an overreaction, but it's not exactly an underreaction either.
So it's an overreaction.
It's maybe slightly.
It's
Yeah.
a slight overreaction.
I have a feeling most people will say overreaction.
I feel like if
So wait,
we
that,
were-
that means an
you
extra
are
like
very-
6 months.
Correct,
Very
right?
I feel like we would probably get an announcement maybe in July.
Yeah,
Maybe.
yeah.
And if not, who
Big
knows?
July 4th weekend announcement. That's when it's going to
My theory
It
was
means
that
nothing
if
over
it,
there.
Exactly.
Good.
for us, you know.
Yeah.
Big July, yeah, they planned it July.
4th of July.
4th of July in Japan's Meiji Day.
Is it?
No.
I had a feeling everyone would think that was an overreaction.
Yeah,
Realistically, I would still bet that it
There was
will
a lot
end.
of people saying
Split
they
down the
hope
middle.
it's not an overreaction.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
a good thing that
we'll
people
say
like
it.
the
I
show
will say
enough
if we get through the end of summer into August,
Yeah.
And we saw.
and we still don't have an announcement that VRAINS is ending in
That's a
spring
good
of,
sign. It's going to be long.
I think it's going to be longer. Yeah.
I mean, the thing is with VRAINS, like, how are they gonna, especially with the card game, how are they gonna change the game now where they're already changed the board so
well,
much?
links are necessary for all extra
Exactly.
deck mechanics.
So I feel like if anything,
or most.
they're just gonna keep the show going.
Yeah, either keep the show going or
It's the first
have a
Yu-Gi-Oh
sequel
show
in that
on
universe.
simulcast.
Right,
It's
that's
being
true.
kind of like helped out by Crunchyroll. They could easily keep the show going.
It's also a VR world, so things can change like that. And
Yeah.
it's not like, oh, how did that get here?
Anything
It's
literally
virtual
goes-
reality.
Yeah,
They can
yeah.
literally do anything.
Well, that's what they could have
That seems like a
Maximilian
cop-out.
Pegasus flying around on a D board.
I'm flying around a hippo.
Right? Yeah, on a
Bring
hippo.
back Kaiba.
So Seto Kaiba, yeah, a virtual reality of Seto Kaiba.
What
sure.
if someone like came in as their avatar just looking like Kaiba and it, like freaked
Joey
everybody
Wheeler.
out?
But you
Joey
could do
Wheeler.
that,
Yeah.
right?
Baby
Theoretically.
But then it's just Naoki.
God.
You thought it was me, Kaiba, but it was me, Naoki.
Wait, would you
Wow.
compare Naoki to Joey?
No.
No.
What?
No.
In the
No
beginning
one,
of the
no.
show.
no one
No.
compares to Joey.
In the beginning of the show, like the friends treat him like he's a joke. Like when he's trying to like duel,
Yeah, but
and I feel
But
like that's
I don't
how
think
we
he ever
all
tried
think
to
I
of
be
mean,
it.
at
says
least
like
Joey got
you're
more
friends with the best
relevance.
duelist in the club.
I know, but I'm saying like if there was
I
one
mean-
person that you would have to try and throw a comparison out,
I can
In the
kind of
beginning,
see
in the
why you
beginning,
think
like-
that. It's just that Joey by the end of the show is just he's great. man.
I'm not at the end of the show.
Right.
That's-
No,
Naoki's
Naoki's
gonna be I definitely.
Yeah,
There is
Yeah.
no Joey in the show.
No, I think,
That's true,
I
that's
feel like
true.
Go is more of a Joey, but like not super. He's super serious.
Yeah. Yeah.
He started out
like
very like
arc-wise.
kind of an entertaining guy, and then he turned fucking psychotic. Excuse my French, but
So
Oh, demonetized.
The,
Yep.
the
There
last
goes all Dylan's
the
money.
last overreaction, not overreaction,
I think
and then
I
we'll
just had an
get back to the
overreaction.
donation.
yeah.
Yeah, then we'll get back to the donations. It's something I've talked about a lot. I did a whole video on it, and I actually want to see what people in the chat think and what you three think. Soulburner will turn on Playmaker and will fight for the eye, and fight for the Ignis and eye.
That's
It's not
an
an
overreaction.
overreaction.
Not an overreaction.
Okay.
ooh,
Ooh.
I think it's,
I
I
think
think,
mo-
it seems likely. I mean, there's almost no other reason for him to duel, Revolver. I think.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's the basis I
That's
go
the basis. Yeah. I
with.
think
I think most people probably think it's an overreaction.
I just don't. I would not like that.
I would be fine
As
with
a
it.
fan of Soulburner, I would not like.
Well,
course.
but it could be that that he's not turning on Playmaker directly. He's turning on the team because he's trying to stall Revolver. We know that he does Revolver, right? I mean, we can all agree on that.
absolutely.
He hates Revolver.
They
yeah.
don't like each other.
They don't like each other. And so if I goes to him and says, "I'm trying to revive Flame. If you stall Revolver, I'll bring back Flame, and things will be back to the way they were." And Soulburner is such an emotional person. I think that's enough to buy him in.
Now, if he does that, you have to assume that Soulburner then loses.
Oh, I think we're down again. I'm getting a lot of Fs.
What's with this? This is a new.
it's my fault.
No, this is a new PC.
Not
I'm
again.
working with Lightning.
I think he's.
Well, are we down?
I think we're coming back up.
There we go.
Are we back?
Sorry about.
Sorry. We good.
Jesus.
Are we?
I apologize for the.
So you think it's an overreaction?
I think it's an overreaction. I also hope that it doesn't happen.
I hope it does.
Because I think if he turns, he loses. I think he loses to Revolver right then and there.
Well, he should lose to Revolver.
He should. Do.
I'm not saying that he shouldn't.
I feel
Someone
like-
commented Calibro's only fault is his obsession with Soulburner. Otherwise, he's perfect. He's the perfect human being. Otherwise,
Who said
I mean,
that?
I'm not going to
false.
disagree.
Yeah, that's right. You have so much soul burner bias, dude.
I just feel like if Soulburner joins I,
Mm-hmm.
it would be because then like, he's just gonna get out of the season completely. Unless they do it later. Like, I feel like if anything, Revolver's gonna be like, you want a duel. That's why they're not in the VRAINS. They look like they're in a.
They look like they're in the forest, but Soulburner's in his VR outfit, which is weird.
Yeah. If anything, it might show up later. But I feel like because Revolver said he's going to prison. He already said when this is over, he's gonna turn himself in.
No, I
feel like he's gonna try to do Soulburner's gonna be like, yo, you promised me a duel.
maybe.
Because even in season 2, Revolver said, "You will get that duel. I will give you your duel."
Yeah, maybe it'll just be those kind of circumstances.
Even without Flame involved, I feel like Revolver's caused so much pain on Soulburner.
Yeah.
he has. He may have other reasons.
I feel like his parents are a little bit more important than an AI. No offense to Flame,
True.
but like
Maybe.
his parents kind of died while looking for him.
That's true, but he can't bring his parents back. He can bring Flame back.
Yeah, but still, I think his parents.
I promises to bring his parents back.
Oh my god. No, but really, what if I says anything's possible? I can upload your parents' consciousness data into these soul test androids, and it'll be like,
I have them on life support.
Yeah.
In the hospital. I can turn it off right now. if you really
Oh
want
my!
to.
oh my god. I mean, look,
Take a dark
dude,
turn.
anything's possible. What are people in the chat saying? Overreaction?
It was really split.
really split. Yeah, that's what I figured.
I think Overreaction had the
Slight edge?
slight
Yeah,
edge,
that's-
but it was really, really split.
Yeah,
I'd like
yeah.
to see it.
I mean, again, I'm just doing it on the basis from the opening 3 foreshadow that how else do those two end up dueling? And maybe it isn't that the circumstance you said, Garrett,
Ceremonial duel.
which makes ceremonial duel. Yeah, that.
We're gonna get Revolver
Ceremonial-
versus Soulburner. We're gonna get Aoi versus Specter.
Nick
We're
T.
gonna
what?
get Naoki
Probably,
versus Playmaker.
That'd be great.
Your crack
Naoki
theory
versus-
there.
We'll go to some donations.
So
Thank you guys so much.
Goosey Q donated $1.99 twice,
Goose.
saying the
Oops.
exact same thing.
Great dude. Great guy.
Rest in peace to the Knights of Hanoi. They did Specter dirty.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah, hopefully, Goose, you saw my opening monologue. If not, I definitely recommend you go back. I'll have a video on it as well on Monday. I think extra curricular circumstances kind of caused Spectre to be written out of the show for the time being, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Just a theory, though.
Game
So
theory.
Brian Ford just donated $5, saying
Brian.
Homura respects Yusaku too much to betray him, but if Yusaku gets captured by Ai and forces Homura's hand to fight the Knights of Hanoi, I can see that.
Could
That
be
could
a
happen too.
possibility.
But I also, right, when I say betray team playmaker, I don't mean he's going to, like,
betray.
get in Playmaker's way. I think he's going to just get more in Revolver's way.
I agree.
And because Revolver and Playmaker have the same goal,
He's going against Team
he's
Playmaker.
basically going against the team. So, it's I don't know.
They
I
can
don't know.
do this in any way. I feel.
I completely
They
agree, but
definitely-
I do agree with Brian, though. I agree that he has probably the same amount of respect for Yusaku as he does for Flame.
Sure.
So, yeah, I do agree with that.
Would you say then he has the same respect for I?
Not anymore.
a high
I mean,
respect, but not as.
He doesn't hate I.
The
doesn't
thing
hate
is,
I.
he didn't say he hates I.
Nope.
He hates
Which
lightning.
was a test.
I'm assuming everyone in
That
Team
was a test.
Playmaker hates lightning.
Yeah, well, so should I, right? And I
Yeah.
doesn't.
But I never said he doesn't hate lightning. He said he's going with his plans.
True.
You
True.
could
Could still
go.
hate him.
You could go with someone's plans, but still hate their guts for
Yeah,
how they
that's-
did it.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
a good point. That's a good point. Yeah.
I think there's a lot to be unveiled.
There's a lot, dude. There's a lot. And I think that's why we are seeing these characters get kind of slaughtered and killed off, because I think the true interest of this arc and the true success is going to be how well they execute that Soul Burner, Revolver, Eye, and Playmaker dynamic between all of them.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Thank you, Brian. Appreciate the dono.
Totally agree. Couldn't agree more.
Thank you, DJ. I appreciate the support.
So Nicholas Horton with $2 saying, I still have my doubts about Pandora.
Oh,
Yeah,
always.
Nick.
Yeah, I think we all
Always.
are.
Yeah, Nick. Does anyone actually think that there's going to be no issue with her?
I
Absolutely
feel
not.
like she's gonna turn against I and Yusaku.
Yeah.
Easily.
Oh, so you think she'll be her own
Even
person?
based on the legend she's based off of.
Yeah.
Pandora's box.
Yeah.
Zeus sent a box to the girl Pandora, not the box is not Pandora, the girl.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
she opens the box.
So
all hell
she's-
breaks loose.
Yeah, exactly. And
And they did that. They opened the box. They brought Pandora out.
the Ignis were the fire.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, there's some. Ooh.
There's some good lore there.
Ooh.
true.
I like how Akira Zaizen also like knew that lore right off the top of his head.
Yeah, wait, we have to assume that Akira is an educated man.
Yeah, you're right.
He's a very
He
intellectual
studied.
man.
He studied the classics.
You're right. Beethoven. He listens to Beethoven.
No, I'm not. I'm
walking
talking about
around
the
New York
classics like
City.
Latin
He also
and Greek.
gets
myth-
Hayami. Like he's doing every aspect of his life.
Dude,
right.
he's
He listens to the classics, Biggie.
Biggie and Tupac.
Thank you for the donation, Nick. We all agree with your point, by the way.
That was good.
So Rexkentrix with another 4,000 Colombian dollars.
Thank you, Rex.
Saying Takura just wanted to go back to Kaiku with a face.
Oh yeah, Kiku. I forgot about her. Remember the girl that was in school with Homura?
Yeah.
oh
by
yeah,
the boardwalk. I
Way
forgot about
back.
her.
is she alive?
I mean, we assume maybe she'll get
She's
involved.
hanging out with the frog.
She is.
I hope so.
She will never be shown or mentioned again in the show.
hands
Without a
Absolutely
doubt in my
not.
mind.
Yeah, no, there's no. She's just done.
Absolutely
And
not.
she was a nicely designed character. I thought she was cool designed.
Plot twist, she's the.
You didn't think you thought she was
You
ugly?
think she's attractive?
I said she was a nicely designed character.
It
I
sounds
think,
like the same.
I think she's the princess from The Princess and the Frog. Crossover.
She's the Hanoi spy.
She's the Hanoi spy.
Wow.
By the way, why do I feel like the Hanoi spy is just never going to be addressed
It's not
again?
actually a
it's
thing.
ne-
It's
No.
never going to be addressed
I think
again.
Revolver was just messing with them.
Could
Yeah,
be.
I got
He was
spy.
well. He wasn't the one who said it. Someone suggested it, and then he smiled and he stayed silent on it.
Yep.
So maybe he was like, "Yeah, I'll let
It's
him." think."
Hayami.
Still Hayami.
Do they have the thing of Hanoi? Does that have any reference to the towers of Hanoi?
Yeah, well, the
Yeah.
Tower
The
of
math-
Hanoi was
the
the
math
name of the first arc.
Problem.
I don't
Wait,
know
what?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
math
Yeah.
problem, the Vietnam math problem. Yeah, or Hanoi is the capital of Vietnam, not the.
I don't know. I
What
just know
the hell?
there's three towers. And you
Yeah.
get 6 rings.
And you have to,
Yeah,
You
no,
have
that's
to
what
move
that's
them over
called?
without putting a
Yeah.
bigger donut
On
on
a
a
smaller
smaller
No,
donut.
and the Tower of Hanoi had the rings. It was 6 rings that they
Yeah.
had to
Yeah.
get. Yeah, no, and it was an
okay.
EMP that was gonna black out the world, basically.
Interesting.
So there's definitely they always do
Look at
references
you go,
to real
DJ,
life
in your,
stuff.
in your math knowledge.
Yeah. DJ's a
That math degree
major.
coming to handy.
2 plus 2 is 5.
I can argue that.
Yeah, I know. I can too. I've seen Jimmy Neutron.
So Elizabeth W with 4.99
Yo.
saying this was a theory that I thought about. What if Playmaker loses/draws to I in the VRAINS, and then they have a rematch in real life on top of the plane?
Yes.
That's
Yes.
amazing.
That would be.
That sounds like the next action movie. Fast and
That's-
Oh
Furious.
yeah,
Yeah.
yes. Fast.
Right, because we know they're gonna speed duel, and we know that there's gonna be a duel on top of the plane.
We know that's got to happen.
So it makes sense.
It would
Yes.
make so much sense.
Liz, thank you for the donation. By the way, you're great.
What's
I hope,
up, Liz?
I hope
I
life's
mean,
well.
if real life, if that does happen, there's an argument there that maybe they can bring their personas into the real world.
Yeah, I see. Why do I
Oh.
feel though that jet it'll just be in
In
VRAINS?
VRAINS.
Probably will
It's
be.
hard to say.
I don't.
Why would they need a
think-
jet to travel in
hope-
VRAINS though?
I hope they bring it into
you
the
can
real
put
world.
Yeah.
anything into
But why would you
VRAINS.
need that? They could just ride the board literally anywhere or like.
But that's the.
I mean,
that's
I
the
was just
setting for a
flying in
master
style,
duel.
then.
True.
He's
It's a
just
master
flying
duel
in
instead of a
style.
speed duel.
I would look. I would love to see a real life duel. I think we all would.
We've been saying that since.
It's
Yeah.
just not
Yeah.
gonna happen. It's just not gonna
I
happen.
mean, the Solstice does give that opportunity,
Definitely.
and maybe like they do like a holographic thing. Like
But think about it. This was the best time to do it, right? Because Link VRAINS is shut down. What
Right.
do? They revived the network temporarily to just duel in VRAINS.
It wouldn't. No.
Like they
No.
just went out of their way to bring everything into
Yeah.
VRAINS. So I don't know, but we'll see. But thank you for the donation, Liz. I really do appreciate it.
So Goosey Q donated again with 4.99, saying, "Fun question: what if the main character of each series had each other's companions? In Exemplar, if Jaden had I instead of Yubel and Playmaker had Astral instead of I."
That'd be interesting. I think
That'd
I
be a
and
one-shot.
I think I that would be a funny one shot. I think I and Playmaker work so well together because of the
Astral and Yusaku would not work.
no,
well
I don't
together at
think they
all.
would. I don't think they would.
They'd both be just sitting there looking at each other.
Yeah, I think Jaden would work well with anyone because
Oh,
he's just a very easygoing guy. Little Yugi would work well with anyone.
Yeah.
Although Little Yugi and I would be a weird combination.
Yeah.
because there's too much. There's not enough seriousness and intimidation
Yugi
there.
would
Right.
have
There's
you
no
tell.
intimidation.
Right, like Little
Yugi's the
Yugi
most-
turns into I. No.
No.
I mean,
Is
maybe human I,
That'd be sick.
but not
That would
like
be pretty cool.
not partner.
That's
I
literally
that
like
I'm
the
thinking
same
of.
as Little Yugi turning into Yama Yugi. It's like
Right,
he becomes
exactly.
the like unassuming kid to the badass.
Yeah.
Yugi
adult.
turns into Big Yugi.
All right, Yugi, I guess, did have the partner in Yuto for a while.
Yeah, because he only showed up for 30 episodes.
Yeah, that was a shame. That's an interesting hypothetical.
Are we
Goose.
buffering?
But thank you for the
Mine
Kind
is,
of, yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, lag, bruh.
thank you for the donation.
So Brian Ford donated $10,
Thank you
saying,
so much, Brian.
Lost Incident kids have been a big letdown for me. They haven't formed a bond aside from Yusaku and Hamura, which would have been cool and would have been great development for each of them.
You stole his thunder.
Yes, I think that's what I saw.
There we
before.
found it.
Yep.
Thank you.
But
yes.
Brian, yes, that point I agree with 1,000%. I think they were very underwhelming.
But again, I still think
But there's a chance.
that there's a
Still a
chance.
chance.
These last maybe 30 episodes.
There is a very good chance.
and I'd be okay with that.
That
If-
would be awesome.
If it was the human Ignis versus the Lost Incident, I'd be okay with that.
It'd
They
be sweet.
focused more. They chose, if that's not the route it goes, they chose to focus more on the Ignis than on the actual Lost Incident victims.
Absolutely.
I would have preferred the other way. I would have preferred vice versa,
Mm-hmm.
personally. Thank you, Brian, for the donation, dude. I appreciate,
Thank
and I
you.
agree with your comment, by the way.
So Naoki is soul confirmed. Just donated €5. I think that's euros.
Yeah, it is euros.
Okay. At Big Deal, you interested in an email with ideas for theme of Yu-Gi-Oh 7, along with ideas for new card game changes, like we did for B Shep Theory Vid? Question mark.
That's up to
Absolutely.
Tom.
Yeah,
Yes.
send me an email. Send me an email, Naoki.
Was he the one that did?
He was the one who planted that idea. The
I
Blood
remember that was a
Shepherd
big
Bishop
thing, yeah.
theory. I love that theory.
Too bad it.
It's not. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not the thing, but
That was a
makes
great
sense.
idea, though. So yeah,
They wrote Bishop out of the show. Who knew?
Completely.
Yeah. No, I mean, but yeah, my email's always open, Naoki. Thank you.
And then Frost Reaper 23 donated $5, saying the final arc will take place in what I call Broken VRAINS. How will I survive this arc, however?
Thank you, Frost Reaper. Thank you for the donation. Yeah, that could very well be. Although I feel like when I takes over, see, I kind of disagree slightly with
yeah,
you,
I think
Frost.
so.
Because I think when I takes over Soul Tech, he's going to rebuild VRAINS and rebuild the network into his own like slave place.
Oh,
gonna make
that's
Island.
possible.
He's going to make Island.
I mean, I'd like to think that the Soltis, androids or I guess they're really just robots, are going to play a bigger role, and maybe we'll get more real life interaction, but some real life dueling possibly.
Yeah, I think we definitely could. I don't believe that we'll get real life dueling, but I think what they need to do better in real life, and they did it good in season 3, but we already talked about the missed opportunities with Go, with the Emma
Right.
and Dojin. What they need to do is build the connections better in real life between Yusaku and Aoi, between Yusaku and Homura, even though, again, they've done better with them. I'm just using them as examples. I think their relationships have been fine to this point, but they need to use real life as a gateway to building deeper connections, so that when they do go into the VRAINS and they become these stoic, all dual mindset characters, we still have that
Right, we still care
that
about it for some
connection
reason.
from real life. That's what they need to do better, and hopefully they will going forward.
Agreed.
Hey, Dill, how do you spell that character's name? Aoi?
Aoi.
AOI?
AOI.
That was just not I. I thought he just misspelled I. It was Aoi, not I.
Oh wait, so read it again.
I deleted it. It was how do we think I will survive?
Oh, how do we
Aoi
think
said-
Aoi will
Yeah,
survive?
so it was Aoi. I
Okay.
just thought he misspelled I.
That makes sense, right? Because I was gonna say, okay, no. Well,
I is right next to O on the keyboard.
most people,
Fair.
people, when they don't know how to say Aoi, they just say AOI. They just spell it really quickly, and they're like, maybe that's how
I
you
mean, when
say
I
it.
first saw Aoi's
When I
name,
first saw it too, I was like, oh no.
I was like, AOL?
Yeah, AOL. Aoi. Yeah. So, how will she survive? I would love if Robapi or I defeats Akira, but the life points are separate, and Aoi, Blue Maiden, defeats whoever she's dueling, but they get the key. So both sides win except Akira. Akira loses.
Yeah.
Right.
And then Aoi has to live. Because the opening shows when it switches from the initial crew to the Link VRAINS crew, the cast gets thinned out. It's Revolver, Kusanagi's in the back.
Right.
Revolver, Soulburner, Blue Maiden, Playmaker.
Right.
I think those 4 will survive this
Yes.
onslaught.
Agreed.
But Go won't. The lieutenants didn't. Specter didn't. Blood Shepherd didn't. Ghost Girl didn't. That's why they weren't in that scene. So
Agreed.
she will survive.
Yes.
It's just, is she going to lose and Akira will sacrifice? I hope that's not what happens.
Right.
I hope she can at least hold her own. But I think Akira's doomed. I mean, I is going to take over Soltis.
It's yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
She's definitely getting a lot better treatment than any other girl in the series.
Oh, in VRAINS?
No, in the series.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I-
I feel like she's
I-
been getting a lot more treatment.
Lately, maybe.
Definitely lately. Like,
See, her and Aki are up there. I would say she's either 2 or 1 for
unless
me.
they kill her off in that duel, if
Yeah.
Akira and her duel, and they kill her off then. waste potential.
Yeah,
But
oh,
I feel
definitely.
like they're not gonna.
Well, if she beats Ai or Robapi, that'd be such a big win for her.
Huge.
Oh,
Yeah. I mean, she's up there with Aki. The advantage she has is Aki at this time in 5Ds was nothing. She was doing nothing.
She said like a few things. That's it.
She said maybe 7 words in 40 episodes.
That's insane.
And so, like, she was literally just there to look pretty on the sidelines.
Yeah,
That's
she
the
did,
only
yeah.
that was it. It was a complete shame because she was incredible the entire first 2 seasons, really. So, Aoi's Aizen, yeah, has definitely that potential, and that's the one advantage she has over Aki as of now. But we'll see how that gets executed
The only
going
difference
forward.
is Aki actually dueled the main character still.
That's true.
She
Yeah.
has not dueled playmaker. No, well,
Well, she did very early on.
very early on.
Very early on. Aki dual do say twice.
I forgot about.
So yeah, she did dual playmaker early on. But she was also brainwashed and corrupted with Specter's
I
virus.
really want to see a Blue Maiden versus playmaker duel.
That'd be great.
That could be cool.
That'd be cool. I mean, we know who would win.
No,
Yeah,
we
Naoki.
don't.
Naoki would
He's
step
gonna
in.
he's gonna do what Sora did. Arc 5. He's gonna pop in, lose 2,000 life points in one turn to all of them.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. That'd be great.
Jesus.
Yes, next donation.
So Umar donated again.
Thank you,
and,
Umar.
he yelled at me. I think I said euros instead of pounds last time. It was 5 pounds. So he said it's pounds, not euros.
Thank
Oh,
you.
yeah. He's. I
Thank you,
respect
thank you for the
defensive
donation,
it.
Umar. I
So-
appreciate it.
Kaiba versus Playmaker as the true leader of Soltech is in some weird dimensional way. One can dream.
One can dream. Who would win that duel?
Kaiba.
It's hard
No.
to say. It's really hard to say.
Come on,
does.
plot. I mean,
No,
no.
I think playmaker will win.
Yeah.
Because Kaiba doesn't, unless he's using the new support.
Kaiba beat Jaden though in GX.
Yeah, but you didn't have like the synchro.
Oh, it was Kaiba man.
Yeah,
And
also.
it was Kaiba man.
Kaiba man.
Kaiba was
But
using,
Kaiba
like,
has
the
3 blue
synchros,
eyes.
The Xyz and all that.
He
Not
does
at
it,
all.
but it doesn't have
I don't know.
dark fluid
I
dragon.
think if that happened, much like Jack versus Yuya the first duel, I think Kaiba would win. I think they'd give Kaiba the win.
Yugi got lucky.
Yeah, I can see, especially.
That's
if
a
he,
hard duel,
I mean,
man.
at least
That's
Jack got support.
that's true.
If Kaiba gets
me a
support
Yugi
against
boy.
that,
Or if he uses the new Blue Eyes support
oh yeah,
from like 2 or 3 years
the
ago.
new ritual monster.
Yeah.
Where if you attack a 0 defense position monster, you basically win the game.
Oh yeah, Chaos Max.
Chaos
yeah.
Max, that would be ridiculous.
Yeah.
He does have a lot of 2,000 defense monsters.
Yeah.
in his deck.
Yeah, I don't know. It'd be
sure.
interesting.
Kaiba's
But
been dead like 100 years.
we
don't know.
We can dream, as you said. Thank you, Umar, for the donation.
And the chat's agreeing with me.
That Kaiba would
Saying-
win?
Yeah, Kaiba would
Yeah,
win.
I think
Come
Kaiba
on,
would win.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Plot armor.
Well, DJ, no, not only that, but you know Yu-Gi-Oh really
I mean,
well.
the man
You're always
made a
analyzing.
space elevator.
Oh, yeah.
I think he uploaded his consciousness before death.
Yeah, I think he did.
He made
I would
a
love that.
Kaiba's the
space
one character
elevator.
that could be in any show, and I really wouldn't be that surprised.
No.
Like, 'cause
Yeah,
he was
like-
he was a madman. He was
He was
insane.
amazing.
He was like,
We're gonna send these cards to space.
yeah, he was.
What was the point of that again?
So that if alien life found them, they'd know how to duel.
Was that ever touched on? Did he send you Bell to space? I forget. Like you could argue
Oh,
that
that's actually an interesting theory.
he sent Neos and Bell up to space.
Yeah. Oh.
Imagine spending like $1 billion to send a rocket into space.
Kaiba's
just
a
to send-
psychopath,
With
though. He's,
trading
It's just with
cards.
cards.
he's a
But he has
psychopath.
all of the rarest cards in the game.
He's a psychopath.
Except Exodia.
Well, yeah,
He's
because he
not
couldn't
Exodia.
steal that one from Yugi's grandfather.
He lost to Exodia.
Yeah.
And then his abusive
That's
dad
impossible.
created a different version of the Exodia deck to try and beat him, but he failed. Exodia Necros.
So Umar
that's
is
right.
Yep. Black Exodia. That was a sick design, though.
It
for
was a really good
Exodia.
design.
Just all
handsome.
blacked out.
Umar's giving me a little more confidence back. He donated another £2, saying, "You're doing a great job." Didn't mean to yell.
Dude, Umar, you're the man, dude. Thank you. That's okay. You can yell at us all you want. Thank you, Umar,
well,
for
you
the
can
donation.
yell at DJ all you want.
Yeah, well, I take the abuse all the time.
From
Yeah, you should see how
Caliber.
Caliber
usually.
treats him.
Yeah,
It's always me.
Thank you, Umar.
that's why I'm sitting with this side facing the camera, so you don't see the bruises on this
Yeah.
side. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Do we have any more?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, thank
so
you, guys.
Elizabeth W donated another $4.99.
Thank you, Liz.
I just finished my summer class the other day, and I finally have time to work on the human forms of the Ignis. Working on them as we speak.
That's actually amazing.
That's so
Very
sick.
Send that
cool.
to me after you do it, because that's freaking awesome.
That's
like
so
to see
sick.
that.
Also, wait, congratulations on finishing
the
summer
class.
semester.
class.
Yeah, that's awesome, Liz. Thank you for the dono. You're great. Thank you.
So 2 more. $2 from Underdog Chris saying,
Chris.
"Frig, I almost missed it. How was
he's
everyone?
here.
Everyone's good.
Doing well.
That was
doing
about
really
20
good.
minutes
That
ago.
was a while
so who knows
ago,
if he's
but-
still here.
Yeah, but
If
still,
you're
we
here-
love you.
We love you,
Doing
Chris.
well.
Yeah, we love you, dude. We love you, dude. And the last one?
And then $5 from D Momo saying, just dropping some money by.
Oh,
Hey,
man.
Nice.
T-Momo, it goes a long way, dude. Thank you so much.
Just swing by.
Next week we have Jake Goes Online. He'll be here.
Jake's coming.
So that'll be
Where's
great.
Jake coming from?
You're not here next week,
California.
right?
Yes, I am.
You're not here.
I am. I'm not the following.
Jordan's not here.
I do not know.
Yeah,
I'm not
unfortunately,
here.
I'm not here.
Well, I know you two.
You should come.
No, I'm here.
You are here. Okay.
I'm here. Yeah.
All right.
Could be a full house. We don't know.
right, we'll see, we'll
Wait,
see.
but I don't see no John Stamos.
Oh.
There we go.
Oi,
My
oi.
boy.
All right, we have a couple. Actually, before we go to email questions, I want to show you guys a poll that I did on my review. I think most people get a kick out of this.
You think people like that joke?
I
So,
hope
Oh,
so.
100%.
Okay.
what will the result of the duel be? 239 responses. 226 people said I wins, 95%.
Yes.
9 people said draw no result, and 4 people said go wins.
Those
so
4 people are
3%.
optimistic.
So he's an underdog, is what you're saying.
So there, yeah, 4%
So you're
of
saying there's a
people.
chance.
Yeah, there's a chance.
There's a chance. I don't know. I think those 4 people picked him as a joke. Honestly, I don't think. I mean, you can't actually believe. I would bet my car at least that Go will not win.
Wow.
Deal.
I'd probably bet my life.
You'd bet your life?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Deal.
That's yeah. You're on.
The return.
It's a win-win.
If Las Vegas had this open, realistically, you would have to bet $5,000 to win $1 on I winning.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how heavy of a favorite he would be.
Wow.
I mean,
Did you
am I
already do
wrong?
that math? Is that like a thing?
No, but no. There's no,
No,
way
no.
in hell that Go wins this duel.
No chance.
I mean, Country Road won the Kentucky Derby with like a very low odds.
That's true. That's true.
Where'd it
So
go?
there's a chance.
But
My man knows
Go's odds would
culture.
be like 5,000 to 1.
There's
it
no
happens.
The Cleveland Browns have a better chance of winning 4 straight Super
Yo,
Bowls.
OBJ.
All right, the
About to
Miami
bring 'em to
Dolphins.
4 straight
The Miami
Super Bowls.
Dolphins have a better chance of winning 4 straight Super Bowls. Don't say a
With Dan
random player
Marino.
that's not that good.
Ryan Fitzpatrick. dude.
Oh, that's true.
Germany and Brazil have a
Dan
the
Marino.
biggest chance to win the World Cup every year,
Exactly.
hands down.
And it would be like Germany winning 4 straight years, 4 straight World
Or
Cups.
Germany losing the
They could do it.
semifinals.
Hey, wait
Or
a minute.
Germany's
Germany-
great.
Germany
Yeah, and then they
dominated
lo-
2
they-
World Cups ago.
Yeah, and then they lost so early on in the World Cup this year.
They were knocked out in the group stage, weren't they?
Yeah, they were knocked out super early.
Jeez,
It's
that
because
was
they're all old.
stunning.
They need to
Yeah.
revamp
coach
that.
play
Once
a
they
Thomas.
get that new talent, hold on.
Yeah,
Don't talk
Thomas.
about my boy Schweinsteiger like that.
All right. Well, that was your weekly poll, everyone.
And your weekly soccer report.
But we do have some email questions that we'll get to.
We also have one more donation.
Okay, perfect.
So Prism donated €5.
Thank
saying,
you so much, Prism.
What about last arc is half cast dueling and half fighting robots, zombie style with Kusanagi's hot dog truck tools could finally save the day.
I would.
Oh,
love
sorry,
that.
Go could finally save the
Yeah,
day.
let's destroy the Salties like robots, rip them apart.
That would be amazing if it actually like they go that route.
Go like totally like.
Go
Like,
just
like
rips
he's
one
using
in
like
half.
wrestling moves like DDT.
Yeah.
He's like
He's doing the suplex.
suplexing him.
RKO out of nowhere.
I would pay serious cash to
They
watch
were
Go.
slithering up,
Watch
KO.
Watch Go RKO.
Made, like,
a
one
robot.
of them's
shot.
going after like Yusaku, and he runs over and goes RKO out of nowhere.
I mean, you have to hire Jerry Lawler for that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's true. That's
He's in the
To be the
he's
new
in-
narrator.
he's in
and
the-
the
he's in
preview
the
guy.
dub.
Yeah.
Well, he'll play the frog and the pigeon because they'll announce it.
Yeah.
True.
You're right. You're right. I will
real
say
life.
this though: the Soul Test robots, when they do get taken over by a human, they look very human-like.
Yes.
They look identical to what.
So they could be potentially beating up people.
Yeah,
Right. It would be him ripping a
human.
human being in half.
Only
Like
to find
that-
out it's not a robot.
It's gonna be a Terminator thing, dude.
Oh my god.
Oh my God!
It got dark over here, guys.
Turn the lights out.
Dark Fate in theater soon.
All right. So Prism, thanks for the donation. Let's go to some emails.
So do those emails.
Yeah. We had a few email questions.
So they're loading.
That's rough.
Oh,
Kate Plums, I believe that's Catherine Plums,
Catherine
right?
Plums.
Catherine
Oh god,
Plums.
yeah. Here come the puns.
Here we go. I
She's
missed
a very
Plums.
she's a
Hi again.
punny gal.
Recently, I've been watching many different types of musical anime,
Sweet.
and I ended up with this strange idea. Can you imagine if there was a Yu-Gi-Oh! Idol anime
Okay.
where the main casts are both singers and entertainment duelists reaching for stardom through music and duels? Would you like the show to focus on dueling or have equal amounts of singing and card game violence? Violence. What kind of trouble
Here they come.
There it is.
would the rival / main antagonist cause? And what would make for a good story so the plot won't be flat?
Amazing.
And would have the audience tuning in the next week after a major cliffhanger.
the queen of puns. It's unreal.
No, but it really is unreal because
Catherine Pum.
when I streamed on
Love it.
when I
No.
streamed on Twitch, she would be in
Yeah.
the comments a lot.
Oh,
and
always
and the
punning.
puns
Oh,
were
Always.
Yeah.
It was
It was-
unbelievable.
and it was about what was going on, so it wasn't
Yep.
even like premeditated.
She had
puns.
it.
Well,
Like,
she
this
actually
could've-
has a book written of every possible
She must
outcome.
And that was
That was phenomenal.
that was
was great.
extremely punny.
Also, not a bad
Concept. No,
concept either.
I would actually
Yeah,
really
well,
enjoy-
you for those of you that don't know, in Arc
I
5,
don't.
Yuya was an entertaining duelist.
Yeah, but
The-
he never sang.
he never sang. That was the problem with Arc 5. That's why Arc 5 got bombed in the ratings.
Yeah.
because he
Because
didn't
Yuya
sing.
never sang.
He showed up in the ending once in the actual live
Yeah,
action one.
him and Akiba Reiji's voice actor, the main rival. It'd be like Yusaku and Revolver's rival.
Right.
They actually did the vocals for the second ending of Arc 5,
Oh,
which was
that's
really
sick.
cool. And honestly, it sounded
It would
really
be
good.
sick if Reiji and Yuya had a rap battle.
That would be sick. That would
Ladies
be-
and gentlemen.
yeah, they were the entertainment duels were fun in Arc 5 until the action cards kind of got
Ruined
very
it.
repetitive. But anyway,
I love it.
Catherine, thanks for the
I
laugh.
could see like a rocking out character, you know? Have
Yeah, it'd be
like
sick.
Electric guitar. and
Guitar,
then
Yo,
just
his
sit there
Nick
and
Tate.
Idol culture, dude. I'm about it.
I think we have two more.
Yeah. So we have one from Kat Toshida.
Okay.
She says, "My name is a name I can't
Oh,
pronounce, so just say Cat if you can't pronounce."
Cathalo.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay,
yeah.
I know him.
So who's your favorite Yu-Gi-Oh animation director? No Go Bill, Abina Hidekazu?
No Gilbo was the first.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, thanks.
It's
No Gil Bill. It's
Yuko Ibarra or
It's a sequel to
Yokata Akemi?
I can't.
You chose that question on purpose, didn't you?
He did.
No Gilbo, right?
No Gil
There's
Bill.
no go-
No Gilbo.
That's not your fault, for the record.
No, it's not. It's not. It's a tough language.
I can't answer
no
that.
Gilbo is my favorite,
love
but
Nose.
Yuya has been doing really good work. My favorite before Ebina, No Gilbo was always second for me, even though No Gilbo is great, but Ebina was always my favorite. Ebina left, obviously, to do the Fate series. That was a
Oh.
big blow. Ebina was an amazing
Who was the guy who
animator.
animated the third part of Bowman Yusaku
No.
with the weird looking faces.
Oh, I don't know who that was. Yeah.
I like
I
him.
think they
Where the
stole-
neck was like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like they stole him from JoJo.
I think, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that might have been Yuya. But, we don't give enough credit, especially because of a story just broke recently of a Madhouse Studios. They do My Hero, right?
Yeah.
Madhouse. They had an
That's
animator.
Enrique Iglesias.
They do Helsing Ultimate as well.
Hero.
Yes,
Great
yes.
anime.
I think they did Soul
I
Eater.
can be your
Maybe,
so.
yeah.
Maybe.
Well, they had an animator that's suing the company because they worked, I think it was 369 hours in a month, unpaid overtime.
What?
And they actually got hospitalized because of it. Yeah,
Oh.
and
Yeah,
so they're suing Mad, but like that's just a common practice in the
okay.
anime industry,
Well,
and that puts
it
things
sh-
into perspective. That's literally, I calculated it. If a 31-day month,
Right.
if you took 4 days off
Right.
and you worked 27 of 31 days, you'd have to work 14 and a half hours to get to 370 hours. That's
PSA to everyone out there: please don't put your work ahead of your health. Your health is of the most importance, and never let an employer take advantage of you.
someone who lives
Facts.
in Japan told me that it's an amazing place to visit. It's a horrible place to try and make a career and work there.
It's very a lot of people. When I went there,
Because you went to Japan.
it was a lot of business people, and I went to a few game studios there, and they said they work so much. Like a lot of Americans actually
Mhm.
went to Japan and started working there. And they said you'll work more here than you will in any other studio in LA or anything.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
like-
nuts.
And and some studios, at least in Madhouse, this employee is claiming. It's unpaid overtime. You're not even
Yeah.
getting.
So yeah, there you have stuff like that, but I forget the studio I went to. The guys who did the Naruto games.
Okay.
They always give their employees vacations
Right.
when they're
Yeah,
every game studio is gonna have crunch time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
of course you have. Of
Have you
course.
not-
Well, Rockstar is.
Rockstar
Oh,
was
yikes.
dead, yeah.
Yeah, Rockstar's always bad with that.
If anyone knows about the Halo 2 documentary where they talk about development,
It was hell?
It was hell.
One of the best games ever, though.
I love that.
Yeah.
I was telling Dylan about it.
Yeah, Halo 2 is.
Best,
Dude, that's
best game.
I love that.
It's
My
a shame.
OG.
It's a shame that people, especially it seems in the anime industry, really do get taken advantage of quite often.
Absolutely.
I think it's more they get taken advantage because Japan.
Yeah, well, and they have horrible laws protecting
Yeah,
employees and
work
working
there
conditions.
is like the only important thing in their
Right,
culture.
they have much different values in Japan, where they value the work over
More
like a
than
family
their own
life
family.
and
Yeah, that's why they're trying to get a lot of
Well, it's
like
called
people to go
Madhouse.
over there.
yeah.
They're actually incentivizing citizens to have a wife and kids.
Yeah.
Giving them a bonus
Wow.
in money
Mhm.
because the population is so old.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, I know like Japan is like one of the countries that like at least I had seen it that like yeah, a lot of like guys, there's not like a lot of reproducing in Japan.
No,
What are you
like-
implying?
Well, there's not a lot of
they only a lot of the guys only have body pills and that's it.
yeah. There's a lot
Wow.
of like
Well, I mean,
timidness.
why would you want someone nagging at you when you could just have something that just never talks?
Yeah, that's
That's
it.
That's
They
the
come
best
home
thing.
from work.
Yeah, come
an
out, come home from
18-hour
an
work shift. They
yeah.
come in and like, honey, I'm home.
Right, because right, you have guys that literally work 18 hours a day and then they sleep for 6 and they're right back to work.
They take.
They don't have time for
an
a
hour
Yeah,
family.
no, you're right.
trains.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Like you
that
go
that,
there,
that is all they do,
Yeah.
and you know in this case the worker got hospitalized. I mean you can definitely look up the article, but anyway, getting way off topic.
Yeah.
The point I was making is we definitely, especially with Yu-Gi-Oh, we don't appreciate the animators
I
and
agree.
the people that work on the show enough over at Studio Gallop. So
There's a lot of
it's
behind the
great.
scenes that we don't really get to appreciate.
Yeah.
It's-
yeah. I have a feeling that if we knew what was happening behind the scenes, even
We-
probably at Studio Gallop,
we'd get a better.
we'd
yeah.
feel very probably upset at
Oh,
I would
yeah.
actually really
conditions.
love like a documentary behind the scenes of making Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh, me too. I'd
That would
love
be
it.
I agree.
I'd love it, but
really good
they're very
documentary.
secretive on it, so I don't think
Yeah.
we'd ever get
Well,
it.
that's why you got to get the documentary. If everyone knew, there wouldn't need to be
If
a
the show ever
documentary.
shuts down, they might do it.
Maybe.
If they stop the show, they
Yeah,
might do it.
maybe. But anyway, thank you for the question, Kat. Appreciate it.
So Red Eye donated $1.99,
Thank you, Red Eye.
and he said you guys should watch some football-based anime.
Is there a football-based anime?
Gridiron Gang.
No, so he's
Football,
Blind
is,
Side.
football is
Like
inside.
soccer.
yeah, he's
Soccer,
he's
yeah.
from
And
England.
there
Yeah.
is one, right?
Oh,
Is there
Yeah.
one?
Karate Kid.
No.
No, there is one. I don't
That
know what
reminds
it's
me of
called.
The Will Smith version.
What about
Ninja Soccer?
Isn't
or
like
whatever.
Haikyuu
Prince of
a
Tennis.
popular
I think
sport
it's like
anime?
a volleyball one.
Oh, that's
right?
volleyball.
High Lie?
I'll check it
I'm
out.
not big into this.
Yeah,
sport.
yeah.
What-
Recommend
Prince
me
of
some
Tennis.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. Wait, so like a few weeks ago, I went to go play tennis with Dylan, Calibro, and Pete, and every time I was like, I don't even remember how Prince of Tennis actually went, but I was like, just kept saying I'm pretending I'm Prince of Tennis, and that's how. Yeah.
and we won because of that.
No, we lost horribly. I was terrible. I am a very bad
Red
tennis
Eye
player.
said Inazuma 11.
Inazuma. Oh, I've definitely heard of Inazuma 11.
I think so,
It means
yeah.
starting XI, bro. Starting 11. If you don't know
Is
Roman
that is
numerals.
what Inazuma
Yeah.
That's
means?
what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's
You
up.
probably. I mean, you did play soccer for 7
I
years.
But you
know
definitely
that
didn't
to know.
start.
That's false.
Wow.
Wow.
It's alright.
Shots at my livelihood here.
well,
all right.
every time.
Your
every,
ego needs to get dropped a little anyway.
Well, to be fair, after I got concussed, I couldn't play.
Yeah,
for
you
a
couldn't-
little while.
start.
we had a friend.
Concussion. I may
We had a
have.
friend named Russo.
Oh, God.
And Russo, I was a very good player
Right,
for
I
the
remember.
North soccer team. And everyone would always say, like, yeah, Russo's great. But every time I asked you about Russo, you'd always say, oh, the kid's got more own goals than actual goals. And that's the only thing you'd say. You'd never give him credit.
No,
So
it's-
I want to
he's
know
an
what kind of
athlete.
teammate, what kind
He
of
was an
leader were you on the
athlete.
pitch?
I wasn't a leader on the pitch. I wasn't the captain.
He was the
Who
leader
was
on the,
captain?
bench.
Was it Kyle?
I think it was Dredger,
Oh, that makes sense. He's probably a
and
good-
he's loud.
exactly.
Yeah,
a piece of
so you know when you have someone loud and good, they kind of take over that role, of
Right.
telling people where to go, what to do.
Right. Yeah. Lit. All right, we'll look it up, Red Eye. Thank you for the
Lit. Thank
donation. I think we have one more question.
So we do. This is from Endorse the Vampire.
Yeah.
Oh, what's up?
Hey, Dylan and gang. I know these are not
gang.
questions,
Hey.
but please check these out and tell me what you think. So since I can't donate because of my country region is locked, I decided to donate in my own way, like a socialist man, and show Dylan how much of an amazing person he is. You picked this
Wow.
just because they're complimenting you a lot, right?
No, I picked it because I wanted to actually like show.
So here are the two designs I
logo.
made for Dylan, which he can use as a header for his YouTube channel, and those are incredible.
I put one of them on the stream. Yeah.
Okay.
They look amazing indoors, so I just wanted to thank you.
So let me know what you think and feel free to use any of them. They're free.
Still calling
Now,
it
I'm not by any means a professional graphic designer, an amateur, in fact, but I'm doing my very best, which
Looks-
is incredible. by
Yeah,
the
Yeah,
no,
way.
it was
it
really
looks
good.
amazing.
That is-
That's
Keep,
dope.
yeah,
Yeah.
keep cutting your teeth. Like, keep going for it. I
Yeah.
love that.
I will say I didn't realize that some countries were
Donation lock.
donation locked. Yeah,
I didn't know that either.
so I kind of feel because the way that this works is like we do answer
Right, the super
questions
chat,
from
yeah.
the donations
Yeah.
only and a couple emails if we get to them, and that's because we have to we can't
Yeah.
answer every single question
Right.
unfortunately. So I did when I was reading that I kind of felt bad because I was completely unaware that some countries were donation locked. But Endorse, thank you so much for the graphics, man.
Thank you.
What? What's up?
No,
Red Eye just donated another $1.99 and said, "Boys, when are you mud wrestling on stream?" Next Tuesday night.
Well, the mud
Book it.
wrestling is actually going
Book
to take
it.
place at the Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything pool party.
At the pool party.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when's that happening?
Oh, are we just shooting the promo on Tuesday?
Yeah, we're shooting the
Okay.
promo. That's the thing that sucks for Red Eye because the Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything After Dark stream will be at
A time
3
when he's
a.m. his
asleep, yeah.
He
time.
said he's gonna wake up early for it.
3 a.m.
Yeah.
Well, so that's the thing. Unfortunately, the European audience, it's very tough for them to get that, but the Australian audience,
It's
get.
right in their sweet
So
spot.
it kind of, it just time zones suck.
Well,
man.
yeah, I mean the
Time zones
Australians
suck.
get us. I mean the English get us Saturdays.
Yeah, because I have friends over in Aussie land, and this is like 4
I
a.m.
love that
for
you keep
them.
calling it Aussie.
5 a.m. for them. They can't watch this.
Endorsed Vampires in the chat, by the way. and
Also-
they say, "Oh, thanks, guys."
Thank
Of course,
you,
no, we
Endorse.
really,
Thank you
I
so
really
much.
like
awesome.
that.
Yeah, really
Yeah,
amazing
That's
stuff.
really cool.
Yeah. All right. Well, we talked about a lot.
We
today.
did. We hit a lot.
Yeah.
There's some
We have
more.
2 more
There's
donations.
Okay.
Oh,
Perfect.
wow.
Perfect. Thank
Matthew
you guys.
Kennedy with $5.
Matthew Kennedy's great.
Saying, "Hi Dylan, love everything about Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything. And are you going to do another Sunday stream because that was awesome?"
Matthew,
Yes.
you
Tuesday night.
You donated a lot on the last stream, Matthew. So thank you so much, dude. Early on, very early on, I did announce that in the works is a weekly or bi-weekly Yu-Gi-Oh! After Dark podcast where we're just going to talk about everything and anything. Pete will be on it.
Dirty Dylan and the boys.
Dirty Dylan and the
Dirty
Boys.
Dylan
That
and
might be
the
the name.
Boys.
They know about that now?
I mean,
know about
I
that
guess
now.
they do. That's public. That was my. Never mind.
His gang
It's
name.
for an After Dark
We'll
thing.
get to that after dark.
Yeah, so if that happens, I will announce it on Twitter, Matthew. But it probably would be Tuesday nights, 10 p.m. EST. That's what we're looking at. That's what we're aiming for. It'll be about an hour and a half every week or every 2 weeks where we can talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! If you guys, super chat in questions, but we'll really just talk about anything. If you have any questions in regards to advice on life or
Chat with the chat.
yeah, anything, then that's what it'll be. But it'll be a much more laid back, just kind of get to know us podcast. So many people seemed to like it last Sunday night when we got off tangent
Yeah.
for like the last 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of great
Yeah.
stories over the
I love that you
years.
said an hour and a half, even though the last one was like 3
It was
hours.
like
It was like
2.5
2 hours.
But it was mixed because it was Yu-Gi-Oh! And then
Right,
it was
I
that.
know, yeah.
So Matthew, Tuesday night, it might even be this first Tuesday night coming up. We'll start it. So definitely be on the
Tune in.
lookout
We
for
have to
that.
drive
Dylan
down.
will tweet
Yeah,
it
you're
out.
right. Hey, one of these days, definitely. dude.
If you don't follow Dylan on Twitter already, follow him and he'll tweet out,
Absolutely.
the time
At
and the place.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Memories. It's in the description.
Yes.
Dill,
Thanks.
David Lewis said the Dirty Dylan podcast better be uncensored.
Can you do that? Is that allowed?
Yeah, it will be uncensored, that podcast. It's fine. I don't care if they demonetize. It will be uncensored, but I will say I don't really curse that often anyway.
Yeah,
So-
only like sometimes as like an adjective, I'll throw a curse in there. or
Yeah.
something.
Well,
I-
we already got demonetized earlier.
I'm
Yeah,
really good
when
at
you-
restraining myself, but when I don't have to, I think my language is quite poor.
Well,
but-
Pete's is
Yeah,
he's
I
vulgar.
think I'm the same way.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, that's I agree.
Yeah.
If I'm just sitting casually and not like,
We'll say some unsavory
Do
things.
you remember when
Gets
Fetty
worse.
Wap beat up Pete? Do you remember that story?
Fetty Wap beat up Pete?
Yeah.
At the gas station.
At the
Yeah,
gas
yeah,
station.
yeah.
Do you
I've
remember
never
that
heard
story?
this story.
All right, well, because he tried to deny it live on air a couple nights ago.
He didn't want him to pump his gas for him.
Right. Well, Pete tried to pump Fetty Wap's
Is
gas.
it because he doesn't like people with one eye?
No.
no, Fetty Wap beat
Fetty
up
Wap
Pete.
No, Fetty
No,
Wap
I
beat
know.
up Pete.
Is that why Pete denied gas?
No. Pete tried to pump his gas, and
Fetty Wap was like,
Fetty
"Nah,
Wap's
man."
bodyguard said, "No, we're going to pump our own gas." And Pete said, "Well, it's the state law. I have to pump your gas." And they said, "Can we talk to you beyond the building?" please?" And then he-
Pete's right there. Damn it.
Like, hey, you want to go over in that dark corner and talk for a minute? Oh, sure.
Yeah, of course.
Anyway,
obviously.
Pete will tell you more about that story another time. But but yeah. So Matthew, a lot of laughs. It'll happen.
I'm looking
so
forward to it.
Red Eye donated another 79 cents with no message.
Thank you,
So
Red Eye.
79
Pen.
pence.
Oh,
And then Nicholas Horton donated £2, saying 2 weeks. July episode summaries. Can't wait.
Is it actually called Pence?
Yes.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yep.
Did not know
You learn
that.
something new every day.
You do.
I didn't know
You
either.
did. That's cool. Yeah, Nicholas, 2 weeks. July 5th, July 6th is probably when we will get those summaries.
Pete
So
wasn't
yeah,
allowed to be
July
part of the
6th.
Remy
July
boys.
6th.
That was good.
Someone said Pete wasn't allowed to be part of the Remy boys.
Yo.
So yeah, Nicholas,
17.
very excited for those summaries, and thank you for the donation, man. Actually, hold on, let me check the old schedule when
The
we probably
old
will get those.
schedule.
Because I'm going on another vacation.
Oh my.
Oh, yeah?
gosh.
Oh, you get vacation
Oh, yeah, the
days around
Poconos,
here?
right?
Yeah, it's the 6th to the 11th. I'll only be late on one review on the
6th to the
10th.
11th.
I think the summaries should come out July 5th. Hopefully, if they come out July 6th, I won't be able to cover
So
them
are you
until-
not streaming on the 6th?
Yeah, the 6th I'll be gone. I'm going to
Same.
announce that.
Okay, cool.
Wait. So we're not gonna be here. I mean, I could come here and do it if you want.
Why don't we
I'm
go
back
to the
in Boston.
Poconos?
I
where
mean,
there's-
you can have me talk
Hey,
about
you
Yu-Gi-Oh!
think
if
we
want.
have good internet signal here? Let's go to the Poconos where we can have amazing internet signal.
You
and
mean
stream.
0 internet?
Zero internet signal.
Well, no. I'll come to your house.
Oh, you'll break into my house
Yeah,
like
no,
you've
I
done
won't break
before.
in.
It's not that
I'll-
wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah,
but go
Well,
on.
what, like when he broke the slide.
Like, well, yeah. That's
Oh well,
just-
the sledgehammer.
Oh, it's a
Sledgehammer right through the
Yeah.
slide.
that's when we didn't like each other.
I'll call your mom and I'll be like, hey, Dylan wants me to run the channel for today, and I'll come down and I'll get some guests and
Okay, if you
Who
want
are
to do
your
that, we'll do
guests?
that.
what?
Yeah.
I'll start asking people.
Uh,
DJ.
Yeah, I'll be here.
He'll
You gonna be
cancel
my
last
host?
minute.
If I could,
Probably.
I would.
Wow.
All right.
Has
Well,
that become a
anyway.
reputation now because I did it once.
Anyway, thank you guys so much.
We have one more donation.
Okay, thank you.
David Enos with $1.99 saying, all of a sudden Cal disappears from the podcast.
Thank you, Davis.
Yeah,
Dave-
Mike.
Yeah.
Well,
Davis.
Davis Enos.
Is it, yeah, I mean
And-
Davis.
It always throws me off too. But now I mean I know him, so I say it
He's the homeboy.
the correct way. Yeah. So thank you guys so much.
The chat's telling me to come here and stream for you.
Yeah, that'd be kind
Sure,
of
I'm
sick,
sure they'd
honestly.
love it. If you want to, I mean, we'll talk logistics.
Sure.
Thank you all so much for coming. Thank you for making us a part of your Saturday evening, Saturday afternoon, Sunday mornings, late Saturday nights. We really do appreciate it. Thank you to everyone who's donated. Without you guys, would not be able to do any of this. So, I mean, you really do make my life that much better. So thank you
That's
all
so
so
sweet.
much. DJ, thank you for hosting.
Yeah, you're
course.
great.
You did great.
You're the best.
It was okay.
Nix,
No, it was good.
thank
I
you for
can't
coming
stand in for
on.
We love you.
Hey man,
And
always.
Eon Time Walker, Garrett, thank you so much for taking the drive.
for
Garrett's
having me.
Do you
Garrett,
guys
thank
do you
for
guys
having
have
me.
anything you want to promo before we head off?
Yeah.
let's hear
I
it.
need to promo my friend Nick T's in a band.
Yeah, that's what's
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
All right. Now, am I gonna promo it again? Yo, check out Mom Fight on Instagram, Twitter. We're on Bandcamp, Spotify, Apple Music, literally all music platforms. If you like any aggressive or heavy music, we just put out 2 songs 2 months ago. So check
They're
it out.
dope.
Kane and No Answer.
DJ, do you have anything to promo?
Kane, like Kane
No, but
Yes.
Matthew Kennedy donated another $10
Oh my
saying,
God.
just for being awesome, you're the coolest, Dylan.
Matthew, thank you. You're honestly, dude.
Thank you, Matt.
And I mean this most sincerely. You're the coolest. You're an awesome guy, dude. Thank you so
Aw.
much for that donation. You're a really generous guy. Thank you, man. Garrett, do you have anything you want to promo?
You can check out my channel. I make shitty Yu-Gi-Oh! AMVs.
What's your
and,
username?
Eon Time Walker on YouTube.
Yeah.
EON Time
Capital
Walker.
E, capital T, capital W.
Yep.
I'll link my buddy's.
Is there a
Twitch-
space?
No spaces.
No spaces. I'm just going to write it in
Yeah, gotcha, man.
Sick. Good
You
idea.
can check out my buddy Lord Villard on Twitch. He's the streams. If you want to see a more uncensored version of me, especially, like
Do it.
check out the Rahul Wears Fake Yeezys clan on Destiny 2.
That's amazing.
That's awesome.
Shout out to all my buds in that clan, and shout out to my girlfriend. I hope you're watching, Rachel.
Aw.
That's awesome. That was the most wholesome send off we've ever had.
it
on the
was.
show.
That was good.
Shout
Uh,
out to Dale for having me on.
I know, dude. Thank you for
Hey,
coming, dude. Thank you
Hopefully
so
another
much.
time this summer before I go to
Definitely,
Mass.
dude. I definitely just shoot me
Before
a
you go
text,
where?
man.
I'm going to Mass in
Oh, cool. That's
August,
awesome.
yeah. So it's gonna be an extra 4-hour drive.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yikes. Best of luck.
Not this kind of mass, Massachusetts.
Oh, I thought we were praying.
I thought you were
Bless
doing
up.
like a-
Oh my god. I know. Thank you all so much for watching. A special thank you to my platinum tier patrons: Alexa Baker, Glen McGookin, Jorge Carrillo, James Rose, Samuel Stark, Thomas Adderley, Horace Maye, Goosey Q, Vincent Van Der Veen, Rexkentrix, Jordan Osceola, and Smith620. And to my diamond tier patrons: Jesse Wood and Garrett Palmer. And to my Egyptian God tier patron, Chris Swan. Thank you to everyone who supports me on Patreon, Super Chat, YouTube. You guys make my life amazing. Love you all. I hope you all have.
An
Thank you all so much.
amazing
We'll refab it. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day.